morning. They're a little young.
That they are.
They look a little nervous.
All right, I need all flight crews to report to their designated areas immediately.
Major. Arlen, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, great.
All right. All right. Hope y'all like that little clip, because today is our Independence Day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Today is the day that we stop bickering, amongst ourselves about the highest price lows and all that type of stuff. Today is the day that Assurance USA declares that we are all united. Okay. So, and that basically is what sums up who we are. We are united in our effort to make sure that owner-operators get the kind of money that they need to keep their trucks moving and to be profitable. We're also united in making sure that brokers make enough profit so that they can continue to supply us with freight, and make sure shippers make enough profit so they can continue to supply us with freight as well. So with that being said, let me introduce everyone to Assurance USA. All right, so today is our launch party, and this is Assurance USA. All right, today we are broadcasting all over Facebook, so I want everybody to we want to recognize some of the places that we are broadcasting on. We are broadcasting on All Truckers United. We are broadcasting on Millionaires in the Michigan Tallahassee. We are broadcasting on Social Media Load Board. We are broadcasting on Freight Brokers Network. We are broadcasting on Owner Operators Network. We are broadcasting on Who Wants to Be a Freight Broker. We are broadcasting on Truckers Disrespected. We are broadcasting on a total of about 50 or 60 different groups today. So if you all are seeing us all over the place, don't get mad. Just join in and be glad for us and be glad with us. Today, we are live. We are broadcasting all over the place. We are also broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, because today is our big launch. Now, during this launch, we'll be open for questions. If you have questions, please feel free to give us a call at 1-800-381-8720. If you need to know an extension, hit extension 0 or extension 1, and I will pick up right here live, and we will go over your questions. First of all, how's everybody doing? I want to welcome all the members of the National Dispatchers Network who make up Assurance USA and the branches. How are you all doing?
Good.
Doing well.
Great.
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 We're doing great. Great
All
day.
right. All right. All right. Y'all ready to kick this off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for this.
All right. It's been a long time coming, but we are ready to kick this off. First of all, let's go through and explain what Assurance USA is. Okay. My name is Calvin Buck. Some of you all know me. Some of you all don't. Some of you all love me. Some of you all hate me. Either way, That's who I am. All right? My background in this industry started about 7 years ago, when I decided to sell my interest in my tax firm. I own a tax firm, and I decided to get into the trucking industry. Now, when I got into the trucking industry, I wasn't going in the trucking industry just to drive a truck. But I realized that in order to learn the trucking industry, in order to get the full experience of it, I needed to start from the very beginning, from the bottom, as a truck driver. I need to go in and actually know what it felt like to be in a truck, drive up and down the mountains, shift the gears, be able to come down those mountains and be able to, do all of the different, combinations of shifting you got to do to keep from running off the side of that mountain. So that's what I did. I went to truck driving school over at National Truck Driving School there in Florida, down there in what's that place called, down Orange Park, Florida. This is where I went, so I'm gonna give a shout out to them, because without them, I would probably not be here today. All right, so they taught me how to drive a truck. From there, I went over to Covenant Transport, a team driving trucking company. I actually had a position with Covenant before I even went to truck driving school. I had already contacted them, told them what my intentions were, 9 yards. They did the vetting process, told me, said, as long as you graduate and finish from truck driving school, you got a job here at Covenant. That's the only place I wanted to go work for to start off, because they were a team driving trucking company, and I knew I was going to get a lot of experience behind the wheel. One person drive, other person sleeps. Now, did not want to go to there and be team with anyone, so I actually vetted and picked my own co-driver before I went to truck driving school. Okay, I set out to do this the right way. I wanted to have someone who was ex-military. I wanted to have someone who was at least 35 years old. I wanted to have someone who was married with a family. I want to have somebody who looked like me, who was African American, so we would have a lot in common and a lot to talk about, because I'm ex-military. I was over 40 years old, and I had a family. So therefore, we had a lot to talk about. And I didn't want to be paired up with a jit, because we wouldn't have had too much in common. I didn't want to be paired up with someone who didn't have anything at risk, like a family, because then they'd have been out there looking for all the, the truck stop buddies, or, the lot lizards and all that type of stuff, and really didn't have time for it. I wanted someone who was focused and who was going to be, who had a goal and was concentrated on driving and getting as many miles as possible, making as much money as possible. Because I wanted to learn how to run a truck. So that's what I got. I teamed up with my partner. And when I graduated truck driving school, we hooked up at up there in Tennessee, up there at the Covenant, what they call the White House. big, nice building up there. And we hooked up and we started our trucking career. Now, but after we both rode with our trainer, he had his trainer, I had my trainer. My trainer cut me loose after about 4.5 weeks. Okay, because he didn't see a need to keep me on for the full 6 weeks. After 4 weeks, he pretty much told me there's nothing else I can teach you. You're driving 625, 630 miles, a day. Not very many people drive straight through like that without having to stop. So the only stop I ever was making was at my little half-hour break. So, I was pretty good at driving. In fact, the first day out, we was going up into Mount I can't pronounce where it is, Mount Waxahachie or whatever it is. There's a Walmart distribution center way at the top of the mountain. We was driving, and he said, wait me when we get, I thought he said wait me when we get there. But I guess what he was saying was wait me when we get to the mountain so he could, kind of coach me up going up the mountain. Well, I got to the mountain, he was asleep. I just kept going. So I went all up to the top of the mountain. When we got to the distribution plant, I woke him up. And he was like, you drove off? I said, well, yeah, no one else drove. So he was kind of surprised that I went ahead and tackled that mountain, and that was on our first trip out. So I was pretty dedicated into learning how to drive a truck and how to master a truck. Okay? From there, I started my career with was covenant there for about 4 months. That's all. Okay, 4 months. We actually drove about 7,900 miles per week. Me and my partner did. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of driving. Covenant paid pretty good, up to 62%, 63% if you hit all your bonuses. 62 cents per mile, or 63 cents per mile. It starts you out at 56, and then if you got your hazmat, get more. If you got this, get more. If you drive over so many miles, you get this. So we were hitting all our bonuses, so we was getting that 63 cents per mile consistent. So we was making pretty good money, and we would drive a lot of miles. We would drive out for about 6 to 7 weeks before we would come home for a break. Okay, so on about our second break, halfway through, and about our second break, came home. I decided that I wanted to be an owner-operator because I knew that's what I wanted anyway. So I went into my bank. While I was out, covering, I was gathering all these contingent contracts. You know, while I'm waiting at the ship, I would go up and talk to the shipping manager, distribution manager, or the operation manager, and I would ask them, you know, hey, y'all know me. I've been living here now for 2 or 3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. You know, you all like the way we come in. You all like the way we're on time. You all like the way we get in and we do all the things we're supposed to do. If I was to get my own truck, what would I need to do, on some of your lanes? And then they will sit down and talk with me and tell me, well, here's what you're gonna need. I need this, 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 this. And if I do that, we can put you on this lane, this lane, or this lane. These lanes pay this much money. This lane pays this lane pays that. You're running down, you gotta find your way back up, all that type of stuff. So I asked them, well, can you put that in writing? Okay, so yeah, they put it in writing, nice little typed up writing. Some of them actually had a brochure, for their onboarding brochure that they, well, not a brochure, but a packet that they actually gave me that had all that in there, and it was signed by the distribution manager on their letterhead. So in a sense, what was I doing? I was getting contingent contracts. So when I came home, walked into my bank, hey, I want to buy my own truck. Okay, well, great, Mr. Butler, you've got okay credit, not that great, but it's okay. What else do you have? Well, I've got these contracts from shippers, about 7 of them. Oh, really? Take a look at those. Take them upstairs, come back down. Mr. Butler, we can approve you for a $250,000 line of credit, revolving line of business credit. Because with these continued contracts, you're already showing us that you have contracts in hand, basically stating that if you are able to get your own truck, here are the shipping lanes and the shippers that you will be contracted with to run their loads. So it makes it an easy decision for the bank to give me what's called a revolving line of credit. Now, the great thing about a revolving line of credit is you get to buy a truck. You're financing a business, because that's what it really is. You're financing a business. Kind of knew all this from beforehand. Why? Because I had owned my own tax firm. So instead of going to a truck leasing company or a truck loan company or one of these companies where you buy a big $140,000 truck like you buy a Ford F-150, I went to my bank and financed my $140,000 truck like I was getting a business loan. And in doing it that way in the revolving line of credit, I had a very, very, very low interest only rate, 3.785% or something like that. And then that's if I was just paying the interest on that, $250,000 or $25,000 loan. I'm only paying the interest on the amount of money that I'm using, just like any other regular credit card. Now, if I charge $140,000 on that line of credit of $250,000, that means I can just pay the interest on the $140,000, and my payments will be in the neighborhood of $600 to $700 per month, not per week, like you would have done if you went to a truck leasing company or one of these truck finance companies out there that's, financing your truck like a Ford F-150. You're not really financing the truck, you're financing a business. So from there, I was able to get a brand new Volvo, very nice, brand new Volvo, $142,000, but and only paying $749 per month, because I'm just paying the interest on it. I'm not trying to pay it off, I'm just paying the interest to keep the line of credit revolving. That's why it's called a revolving line of credit. Now I'm giving you all this background because I want you all to understand that when we're showing you this, I want y'all to understand and know that I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know something about the trucking industry. I know something about business. I know something about how to set up businesses and how to finance business. I know something about how to run a business. So I've got this $140,000 truck that I'm only paying $749 per month on. So that means I can run what? Just about any freight I want. Good freight, cheap freight, it didn't matter. I can make a great living on running $1 a mile freight. Why? Because I have a very low overhead to start with. The biggest expense that most owner operators have is their truck payment. A lot of them go out there and they get these truck payments that are what? $700, $800, even $900 per week. So they have to run what? High dollar freight just to make their bills. I didn't have to do that. Okay? And on top of that, at the end of the year, when I made plenty of money because I can stack up paper, because everything that I'm running, I'm putting most of it into where? The bank. And it's stacking, and it's going up. So at the end of the year, I made somewhere in the close to the neighborhood of $300,000. So what do? I take $140,000 of it, and I go and I do what? I pay down my what? My revolving line of credit. Pay it down, back to what? Zero balance. So now I got a credit limit again of what? $200,000. I go back to the trucking company, and I do what? Do it all over again. Buy another Volvo. And I keep doing that each year, just increasing my what? My trucking company with the number of units that I have. So that gives you a little bit of insight, and I know a little bit something about how to finance a trucking company. The other insight is, do I know anything about running a truck? First thing I did when I got that truck, I left Covenant. Because I didn't want to run it on a team truck. I wanted to learn how to run my own truck. So I went to a company called Western Express. I know a lot of y'all are saying Western Express, well, that's a bad place to go. And it is, if you're a company driver. But they had a very, very good owner-op program, because the owner-op program allows you to be in total control. With their owner-op program, it didn't matter to me what Western Express was doing, because I was never going to take a Western Express load. I went to them because they allowed their own operators to run their own truck 100% if that's what you chose to. In other words, I never had to even take a Western Express load. So I told my dispatcher the day that I went to Western Express, right, and got all my paperwork done, I went and met my dispatcher. I said, do not ever send me any loads. The only time you're going to hear from me is when I find myself a load. I'm going to send it over to you. You're going to reprocess it back through the Qualcomm. You're going to dispatch it over to me. But I do not want you to send me any loads that originate from Western Express. I will find my own loads. I will run my own truck. Period. I never took a load from Western Express. I located, found, negotiated my own rates, and ran my own loads. Now, from that, I was able to develop certain strategies that helped me to become very, very good at putting together what's called sub-dedicated runs. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, what the hell is a sub-dedicated run? A sub-dedicated run is not a true dedicated, which means it's not anything that's established. I learned to look at the load boards, and I learned to find short runs. So believe it or not, short runs pay more than long runs, right? $1 per mile. Long runs may look like they pay more because they have a lot of money on them, but if you're running 1,100 miles and you only make $2,400, that's not very good money. Okay, you're actually below subpar. You're actually below $2 per mile, right? For driving, that's subpar. But a short run, if you're running 70 miles, 80 miles, 100 miles, and it's paying $300, $400, $500, and $600, that is good money. Why? One thing is at the higher spectrum of the sense of the dollar per mile. A 70-mile run that's going what? That's paying what? $300. That's more than what? $4 per mile. More than $5 per mile. So if you're running those short runs like that, right? And they're short, so you can run more of them in the course of a day. And as a cumulative, you can walk away each day with anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a day. So the trick was to find short runs to a short location that paid good money, and then find another short run that picks up within 25 miles of that location and runs on a short run, then find another short run that picks up within 25 miles of that one and runs on a short run clock. Ideally, you find them in a triangle, from here to here, back to here, in a triangle. So you're back home at the end of the day. Fortunate enough, I was able to find that in Florida, of all places, the place where nobody wants to go. Why? Because nobody wants to come to Florida because you can't make money in Florida, right? Wrong. You can make as much money as you ever wanted to make if you choose to stay in Florida. I was from Florida, so why wouldn't I choose to stay in Florida? I was able to find me a short run load from Tallahassee, my hometown, Coca-Cola bottom plant, up to Live Oak. Only about 33 miles away. 33-mile run, it paid $350. Coca-Cola bottling company run. When I got to Live Oak, I picked up a load right at the same plant that heads me down to Electra, which is 79 miles away. That paid $680. From there, I can go to the Coca-Cola bottling plant, which was 2 miles away down the hill in Electra, and pick up a load running back to Tallahassee, 104 miles, which paid $860. So then I contacted those brokers, the Warner broker, that put me on that load going from Tallahassee to Live Oak. Say, hey, you know I can run that load every day about the same time. Really? Oh, great. I don't have to worry about trying to find a driver for it. Got it. Called the broker in Live Oak that I picked the load up from. Hey, you know I can run that load about the same time. Oh, really? Well, I don't have to worry about trying to find a driver for it. And of course, I did the same thing with the load in Electra. So now I got myself what's called a sub-dedicated run. It's not the type of contract, but understanding is if I'm there every day at those times, I can grab those loads. 5 days a week. Run those same 3 loads. Making $1,875 per day, 5 days a week, home every night, off every weekend. Does it get any better than that? Now, here's the great thing about that. Not only could I do that in Florida, but I realized that there are loads like that all over the United States. You just have to know how to spot them and how to pick out the clusters and be able to connect them and then turn them into sub-dedicators. So that right there proves that I know how to run a truck. Okay? I know how to finance a business. I know how to run a business. I know how to run a truck. I know how to make money in the trucking industry. So from there, I stayed with Western, running my own truck for about 9 to 10 months. Then I decided I wanted to become a freight broker. That's why I got a real education. Because I realized that freight brokers don't really make money the first year of the business. They really don't, unless you have some certain things in place, like money. You know, most shippers want first-year brokers to prepay for what? 25 to 30% of their freight that they're going to give them access to. Why? Because they don't know you. You don't have, Dun and Bradstreet credit. At least not a score of what? 92. I'm out of 100 on your pay index, which is what you're going to need with most shippers. You also don't have 7 references that can attest to the fact that you've done at least $300,000 worth of business with them for 6 months consecutively without a break. You don't have that either. And you don't have the season. You don't have at least 12 months of seasoning on your bond. So therefore, it's very difficult to get shippers to work with you as a first-year broker. So I had to find a way to do what? Get shippers to work with me. One of the biggest things is I needed money to prepay for the loads. And even a small shipper, a small lumber company, would give you $1 million worth of freight. So 25% of that, you're gonna need at least what? $20,000 to purchase 25%, prepay for 25% of that freight. So what did I do? I went out and I looked for investors. At that point, I was able to get a law firm and a sports management firm. Both of them backed me to the tune of $266,000 each. So here I am now. I've got money, got that backing, so now I can go out and get those loads and build my brokerage firm. I built my brokerage firm, RBS Transport, LLC. Brought on 70 broker agents, and instead of working them and and setting them up as broker agents, right? I set them up as their own branches. Why? Because if you got agents, that just says you got a lot of agents. But if you got branches, that says the shippers that you can cover major in all the shipping lanes. Right? Just a play on words, but it works. So we set up our brokerage firm from get-go with 70 branches scattered out across the United States to handle all of the major shipping lanes, which means we got a lot of shippers to sign on with us. Now, after running that brokerage firm for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, doing very good at it, our branches were averaging somewhere between $140,000 to $250,000. You don't have to take my word for it. Look it up. Go to Google. You can Google RBBS Transport, and there's a review there by Indeed where they do a survey or of all the different companies out there and what their people are making, and ours is on there. But they did a survey to us, unbeknownst to us. They didn't let us know they was doing it. They just called some of our people at random and said, hey, how you doing over there? How much money you make? What do you do? And they reported back, and their findings came out to our broker agents, branches, were averaging somewhere between $100,000 to $250,000. Okay, that's all verifiable. You can go look that up. No, don't take my word for it. Do your due diligence. So there we are, running our brokerage firm. Everything's going great, and then we ran into a problem where someone hacked not hacked. Someone hijacked our MC number. A whole bunch of auto unloads without our knowledge. We wound up having to file, reports and having to file a legal report with the DOT and with the state and city of where the perpetrator was. After that happened, then I realized this thing about being a broker has got a lot of liability. But then I started to develop my own dispatch firm, which is a lot easier and a lot less complicated, a lot less liability than running a brokerage firm. And from there, I started the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network, which has led to Assurance USA, which consists of the largest network of independent dispatch firms in the industry. Now, what are we doing with Assurance USA? With Assurance USA, we are tackling the cheap freight problem. Okay, one of the biggest problems in the United States with owner operators is cheap freight. Okay, there's about 350,000 registered owner operators in the United States, about another 420, 440,000 lease owner operators. And they all have experienced problems with cheap freight. Why? Because 68% of all the loads on all the load boards out there are what? Below $2 per mile. If you don't believe me, let's check it out. Go and look at a load board. What we're doing now is we're logging in to our back office at the National Dispatchers Network, where we give our members tools and resources to do what? Find and book freight. Okay. So we're logging in to the National Dispatchers Network. We're going to go to one of the 100 load boards that we give them access to. Show you what this load board is as soon as it pops up. There we go. And this running a little choppy this morning, but we'll get through it. So if you notice here in our back office, we got all kind of stuff here in our back office. We got training videos, we got tools and resources, we got documents, contracts, and we have load boards. One of the load boards that I like to go to, one of my favorite load boards I like to go to is Direct Freight. Because in using Direct Freight, it gives us a nice map of the loads that are being that are available in the country. You get to get a nice little snapshot.
Right.
Snapshot. Now, this is also some of the same tools that our member specialists and each one of our branches of the Assurance USA that they have access to. Okay, they have access to hundreds of load boards, and we get access. We have shippers and brokers sending us loads, which we're going to explain to you all how that works. They're sending us the loads at the prices that we need to keep our owner operators at a good level of money. I'm going to show y'all how we do that in just a second. So let's look at the map. Let's do the whole map. Okay. As you can see, loads are pretty plentiful right now. Okay. Let's go to one of the larger states here. Alabama has 2,500 loads. Texas, of course, has 3,400 loads. And by looking at the map, we can get a quick snapshot of where the hot spots are for the loads. So our people are trained, our branches are trained that if you sign on with us as an owner operator for us to dispatch you, we take a look at what area you're in and we see if there are loads in that area sufficient enough to satisfy you and to keep you running. If you're in somewhere like North Dakota, we're not gonna try to leave you in North Dakota. We're gonna try to route you somewhere over here to a nice little cluster of 3 states, like Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, or Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. See that? 1,100 loads, 1,600 loads, 2,100 loads, 2,100 loads, 2,000 loads, 1,000 loads, 1,000 loads, another 1,000 loads, 1,200 loads. So we try to keep you in a cluster of a 3-state region where you have plenty of loads to grab and make plenty of money. And there are clusters like that in all sides of the country. So no matter where you're at, we can route you down and keep you in one of those clusters and keep you moving and keep you paid. Okay, but let's take a look at Texas. Texas got a lot of loads. Now remember, we were stating that 68% of all loads on the load boards are under $2 per mile. That's what's called cheap freight. For a dry van, that's cheap freight. For a flatbed, that's definitely cheap freight. And for a reefer, that's a big gutter. All right, we're gonna use what's called straight dispatch. For those of you who don't know what straight dispatch is, this was a software that was developed by one of our members to our network. His name is Mr. Khalid Hod. He owns Straight Dispatch LLC. He developed this software that allows us to attach it to our browser, and when we search load boards, we can put in what we are looking for, like $2.40 per mile, or in this case, I'm gonna drop it down to $2 per mile. I'm gonna put my highlight color, I'm gonna make it red, I'm gonna hit save, and then the settings are saved. So now when I go and I search this load board, watch what happens. It is going to light up the loads or highlight the loads that are paying a minimum of $2 per mile or higher. All of our member specialists, all of our branches here at Assurance USA has this software, which allows us to find owner-operators like yourselves loads faster at the click of a button in the amount of money that we're looking for. So what we have here, as we were trying to show you all these spaces that are not lit up, those loads are under $2 per mile. And let's go here to click the pay rates so we can get all the rates, and that'll show you even more what we're talking about. Now, here you have a lot of loads that are at least $2 per mile. So loads are doing pretty good, but you see a lot of freight that's not lit up too. But in Texas, you have a lot of $2 per mile freight, right? 448, 242, 237. So you got all this stuff that's lit up is at $2 per mile or greater. The stuff that's not lit up is less than $2 per mile. Now, this first page looks great, right? As we go through this on the second page, see it gets a little bit denser. It's getting denser and denser. So you get the majority of the freight is below $2 per mile. That tells you there's a problem within the industry when it comes to good paying freight. And it's not just this load board, just like any load board that we go to, out of the hundreds of load boards that we have access to, are gonna reflect the same thing. You see a lot of blank spaces when it comes to that $2 per mile mark, okay? So, with there being 350,000 owner-operators out there, and you got more than 68% of the freight out there is less than $2 per mile, that creates a real big problem, okay? With all the owner-operators, you don't have enough freight that spreads around that's considered good paying freight, as you all can see, okay? Now, the boards are looking pretty good right now because, you know, by my predictions, a few weeks ago, I told our network, watch the rates go up. And like clockwork, they have. They've gone up, but in the near future, they're gonna drop back down. Because unfortunately, there is gonna be another shutdown in the country. Coronavirus, spreads are up. The numbers are up. I mean, record-breaking numbers here in Florida, 10,000 a day. You know, in Texas, same thing. So guess what? There's going to be another shutdown. And when that shutdown happens, it won't be as bad as last time because what? Shippers, distribution plants, they know how to handle it this time, but the rates are going to suffer. Okay? So don't expect these rates to stay up there all the time like this. And see here, we got an entire page where there's what? No light-ups, which means what? All this over here is still all this is still freight, right? But they're not being lit up. Why? Because most of it's under $2 per mile. Most of it's not even listed, doesn't even have a number on it. When you call a broker, 6 out of 10 times, they're gonna tell you, well, no, this freight pays $1.98, this freight pays $1.50, $1.75, or something like that. All this freight is not gonna be over $2 per mile. So that brings us back to what can we do to assure, y'all see that play on words, to assure our owner-operators that we can keep them above subpar. And that brings us to our purpose of the day, the launch of Assurance USA. Assurance USA, a national flat fee dispatch firm, home of the minimum rate per mile guarantee. Drive-in assurance, $2, minimum rate per mile guarantee. Flatbed assurance, $2.50 minimum rate per mile guarantee. Refrigerated assurance, $3 minimum rate per mile guarantee. Okay? Now, our goal is to level the playing field. You know, cheap freight is an unfortunate reality of the trucking industry, but with Assurance USA's flat fee dispatching and minimum rate per mile guarantee, cheap freight no longer has to be your reality. Okay? Assurance USA, flat rate dispatching. Now, exactly what is flat fee dispatching? Exactly what is this minimum rate per mile guarantee? Let's talk about the minimum rate per mile guarantee, first of all. Okay? Let's go over here and see what that is. All right. Because we have branches in all 48 states, all 48 states has member specialists, you know, we're gonna have qualified people to assist you when you all call up. Okay? Minimum rate per mile guarantee. Drive-in, minimum rate per mile guarantee. Currently, 68% of all drive-in freight in the industry is less than $2 per mile, as we just showed you all. We indicated that to you. Assurance USA's commitment, all freight dispatched by Assurance USA will reflect a minimum weekly average of $2 per mile or greater, or we will pay an additional $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight dispatched to you by us, regardless of the mileage. Now, exactly what does that mean? If we are your dispatching firm and we are dispatching you for the week, and we find you 3 loads, 4 loads, 5 loads, it doesn't matter. We find you a whole bunch of loads, right? And in the course of that week, if those loads don't average out for your drive-in above the subpar rate of $2 per mile, we're gonna cut you a check on the lowest paying load that we dispatched you on for $1 per mile. If that lowest paying load went 1,000 miles, you get a $1,000 check on top of the money you already made from our own proceeds. If that load ran you 2,200 miles, you get a check for $2,200 from us on top of the money you already made. Okay? And to show you how this works is this. Let's say we find your load that's paying $2.30 per mile. Then we find you another load that's paying $2.10 per mile. Then we find you another load that's paying $1.58. I'm sorry, I gotta take that back. That's 158. $1.58 per mile. We have a total of $5.98, correct? If we divide that by the 3 loads, that comes out to be $1.99, right? So in that case, we owe you what? $1 per mile on the one that paid it what? $1.58, right? Now, if that load went 769 miles, you get a check for $769. That load went 1,000 miles, you get a check for $1,000. So see how that works? Now, on the other side, if you find your load that's paying $2.10 $2.65, plus another load that's paying $2.50, plus another load that's paying $1.75. We've got a total of $6.90. Divide that by 3, and you have $2.30 per mile averaged out. So we have met our commitment to keep you above subpar minimum rate per mile, $2 per mile over the course of that week. Therein lies the assurance part. Therein lies what we mean by the minimum rate per mile guarantee. Now, the following conditions and restrictions do apply. All freight for the week must be freight that was dispatched by an Assurance USA branch and accepted by the owner-operator contractor. In other words, you can't go out there and just run your own freight and run some of our freight, and then try to throw your own freight in and say, well, you know, I got low pay load and I didn't make it, so I want y'all to pay me. No, it doesn't work that way. We'll be responsible for what we do and what we do only. So when you sign on with us, you are allowing us to find your freight. But we are guaranteeing you that we're keeping you at a certain rate averaged out. If we fail to meet that commitment, we will pay you. We will compensate you for our failure. Okay? Now, for flatbeds, how does that work out? Currently, 64% of all flatbed freight in the industry is less than $2.50 per mile. Assurance USA's commitment, all freight dispatched by Assurance USA will reflect a minimum weekly average of $2.50 per mile or greater, or we will pay an additional $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight dispatched to you by us, regardless of the mileage. Same conditions do apply. With refrigerated, that number is $3 per mile. So is everybody seeing how this pans out? Now, I'm not able to see some of the stuff on Facebook. Some of you all are looking at your Facebook pages and stuff you've shared, and there's probably some questions that are out there. Let's check and see what's at this point, see if we got any questions from people out here. Alice Bush likes our post. Miranda Eastwood likes our post. Tashawn Gibson needs approval. Let's see who else here. Do we have any questions from anybody out there? Are you all seeing how many questions? Hold on. Some people are commenting on some stuff. Hold on here. Also commented. Let's see if anybody commented. That might not even be what we're looking for. Nah, that's something else. Let's see here. Do we have any comments? All right. So far, I don't see any. Does anybody see any comments on our live so far, or any questions that they have? If you have questions, post them on Facebook in the live, or feel free to call us up. Okay. If you're part of our live interactive, if you have questions, feel free to ask questions. All right. All right. Let's go on further. Where was I at? Assurance USA. All right. So now the next question is, what's the next obvious question? Somebody tell me what the next question is. What will be the next obvious question?
How much it costs?
Exactly. What is that flat fee dispatch? All right. For that, we're going to go over here to the Assurance USA minimum rate per mile guarantee. What is it and how does it work? Okay. That's on our website. If you click on it, it'll take you right over to that page where you can pull this up, and it tells you exactly how all this works. Now, some of this stuff we've already gone over about the minimum rate per mile, the 16%, all that type of stuff. So you all have that already. Okay, so you all know this stuff. Let's get down to what it costs. All right. Members, first of all, let's look at the criteria. The following conditions and restrictions may apply. All freight for the week must be freight that was dispatched by an Assurance USA branch and accepted by the owner-operator contract. Eligibility criteria. All right, in order for us to dispatch you, first of all, you must be an active and properly licensed owner-operator with authority or operating under an active authority. Or you must be an active lease operator with the authority to locate, contract, take possession of, transport, and deliver freight. flat fee dispatch agreement. If you click here, it will pull up our dispatch agreement. But let's go over what that is first of all. Is required to be eligible to participate in this membership benefits program. Monthly dispatch fee, $1,000 per month or $250 per week. Now, let's look at that. $1,000 per month or $250 per week. Is that a lot of money? Is that a lot of money? Anybody?
No, it's not.
What's the average of what a dispatch firm charges you? What's the average of what a dispatcher charges?
5 and 12.
5% of the load.
Yeah, 5 to 12% is gonna be what they charge you of the load fee.
Of the load.
So most of the time, 99.9% of the time, if you have a dispatcher or hiring a dispatcher, they're charging you by the load, a percentage of the load fee. And if they're charging you anywhere between 5 and 12%, let's say they charge you 10% of the load fee. If they're charging you 10% of the load fee and the average long haul load is 769 miles, right? That's basically what? And if your load is paying what? On average, let's say it's $2 per mile, right? Right?
Right.
So that means you're being paid $1,538, which means that minus what? 10% would be $153. Now, on average, you're only going to be able to run maybe 3, maybe 4 of those loads per week, right? At that mileage, right? Because of the hours of service or whatever. Let's take a lower, 3 loads like that per week. So if a dispatcher is dispatching you out on that 3 loads per week, average 769 miles, and you charge you 10% of the load fee, $153.80, right? So you got $153.80 times 3 loads per week. That's $461 per week. Times 4.33 weeks of the month, that's $1,997. So in this instance, our flat fee dispatch would save you $997, almost $1,000 is what it would save. On average, our flat fee dispatch is gonna save you somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 per month. Now, if you're saving $1,000 to $1,500 per month, what does that mean to you? That means if we're saving you up to $1,500 per month, another $18,000 is going back in your pocket. That's the only way you can look at it. Every dime saved is a dime made.
Yep.
So just on the surface of using our flat fee dispatching, you are saving money, thus putting more money back on your bottom line. Hence our byline was designed to enhance owner-operators' bottom line. Now, that's not all. Hold up, that's not all. Because if you sign up with us and you stick with us for the first year, because remember, we give you that minimum rate per mile guarantee. We guarantee that we're gonna keep at a certain minimum rate per mile, averaged out from week to week. If we don't, we're gonna pay you $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight we find, regardless of what the miles is, and that money comes out of our own proceeds. Right? On top of that, if you stay with us for at least 12 months, after that, your monthly dispatch fee drops to $633 per month. Now,
Awesome.
look, if we were to equate that $1,000 per month to a percentage of the load fee, that would come out to be about 1.8%, 1.89%, somewhere around there. Less than a 2% dispatch fee charge. Where can you get that at? When you find a dispatcher that's only going to charge you 1.89% on dispatch, man, too many places out there, not that I can think of. And then after the first year, we're going to cut that.
You're not going to find that anywhere.
No, you're not going to find that anywhere. And then after that, we're going to drop that by another, what, $370, $300 and some odd dollars, $380, drop it down to $633 per month. Which means, that means we're less than what? We're down closer to a 1%. We're really close to a 1% dispatch fee. So, are we saving you money? Yes, you bet your bottom dollar we're saving you money. Are we giving you great service? We're giving you great service because we're guaranteeing you a minimum rate per mile. Who else is doing that? Are we committed? Of course we're committed. Because we don't reach that minimum rate per mile, we're going to pay you $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight that we found for you that week. So when it comes to a dispatch service, you're not getting one other than what we have to offer. There's no one out there that's going to be more committed. It's going to save you more money. It's going to be more loyal to you and keeping you running. And we back that up with our minimum rate per mile guarantee. And that $1 per mile, we don't meet that. Don't just talk of it, and we actually back it up. So you're backed up by that flat rate dispatch. Now, so, you know, there you have it. That's what it costs. This is what we offer. So that's on the dispatching side of it, okay? Now, that's what we're doing for the owner-operator. Now, when you come to our website, you can also go over and you can click on where it says dispatch agreement, and we're going to go over that dispatch agreement with you all. Let's pull it up. Let's go over this dispatch agreement. Now, dispatch agreement, you need to fill it out conveniently right on our website and submit it. Okay, we will get it. Then we will contact you, call you back, and go over it with you, and go ahead and get you onboarded to our dispatching service. So, owner operators, if you are looking for a dispatch service that's going to keep you above subpar rate, if you're a dry bed, we're going to keep you above $2 per mile. If you are a flatbed, we're going to keep you above $2.50 per mile. If you are a refrigerated, we're going to keep you above $3 per mile. I had a conversation with a gentleman just the other day who called up. It was about 7 days ago. He called me up. He owns 47 refrigerated trucks. Someone has their television set on. Please mute your mic. Thank you. I don't know who that is. Someone has their television set on. Would you please mute your mic? Kind of disturbing here. Thank you. It's Alex Bush. There we go. I got you. All right. So he called us up. He has 47 refrigerated trucks. The first 3 words out of his mouth was, Mr. Butler, I see here you have this Assurance USA, and you're guaranteeing that if we, for my refrigerated trucks, you will keep us averaged out for the week at least $3 per mile. Yes, sir. He said, well, how can you do that? Because I'm having trouble keeping my trucks, just finding them freight that's keeping them averaged at $2.40 per mile. I said, well, sir, I understand that is a problem. And that's about normal for the industry right now. But if you're asking me how can we do this, one thing, we are all trained to find you the highest paying freight possible. Second thing is, we have a program and a body in place that constantly goes out and gets brokers and shippers to send us loads that are above those subpar rates. Now, before we get into that, showing you how we do that, let me get into something else. Let me show you our dispatch agreement. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up in the PDF form, which you can do it here on the website too. You can pull it up either under the PDF or under the Word document, whatever your preference is. Or you can fill it out here online. It's right here, all laid out. You can go ahead, you can input your values in at the very end of it. You're able to load up, you're able to actually sign it. As y'all can see here, I'm gonna do a signature here with my, I can do it with this. Do it with my finger. You can actually sign it right there on our site. Either you can do it with your finger if you have a touchscreen tablet or your cell phone, or you can do it with your cursor if you are on a regular computer. It takes a little bit more skill to do it with the cursor, as you all can see. But you're able to sign it right there on the site. We've made it very convenient for you. Because there are a lot of you truck drivers and owner operators out there, you don't have time to pull in and download this stuff and sign it and then fax it back in, all that type of stuff. So we made it very convenient for you. Pull up your tablet, pull up your computer, pull up your cell phone. You can sign it right here on the site. You can fill it out, you can complete it, sign it right on the site, send it right over to us, comes right into us. We get it out to the correct branch. You get a call back from one of our member specialists, and they'll take you through the process and get you onboarded. Plain and simple. Okay? Or you can choose to click the PDF, upload it yourself, complete it, send it back in. All right? So let's go over this dispatch agreement. Dispatcher. This is where the dispatcher will put the information. So you all don't need to fill this out on our operators, lease operators. You don't need to fill this out. This is for our member specialists and our dispatchers in our branch offices. They will complete that part. Okay? Go down here. This is the part where you all need to complete. Assurance USA Dispatch Service Agreement. The owner operator's name goes there. The owner of and or the driver of truck number goes there, of the carrier, a licensed motor carrier MC number goes there, and or DOT number goes there. Hereby grants authorization to Assurance USA. We will put up what branch we put in, or if you, whatever state you're registered in, you're gonna put that state branch, because we have a branch in all 48 states. So if your authority is registered in the state of Georgia, you're gonna put Georgia branch. If it's Texas, you're gonna put Texas branch. If it's California, you're gonna put California branch. You can put the initials there if you want to. CA-TX, AL for Alabama, GA for Georgia, FL for Florida. Y'all know how it works. All right. To act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck. Unit number goes here, license plate number goes here. In the state you are licensing goes there. Carrier authorizes Assurance USA branch to function as the sole representative with respect to billing, invoicing, processing, collections of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, consignees, etc. Carrier retains sole responsibility for thereof. If revenue for a shipment or shipments is uncollectible, Assurance USA and its representatives will be held harmless. Now, this clause is there for if you are doing your own factory, or if the broker insists on doing their own factory. Now, Assurance USA has a contract with the top 2 factory companies in the business. All right? And when you all sign up with us, you all are agreeing to have those factoring companies factor for you. So we process all your factoring paperwork, and we process them through our 2 factoring companies that we use. Now, why do we do this? Because in order for us to give you those discounts, that flat fee dispatch, that $1,000 a month, that less than 2% dispatching fee, and cut your rate in half, almost in half after a year, down to $633 a month. And in order for us to be able to pay you that $1,000 minimum rate per mile guarantee, or that, I'm sorry, that dollar per mile, if we don't keep you at a certain subpar rate, if we don't keep you above your subpar rate, in order for us to be able to pay that out to you, we have to have money coming in from somewhere else. And what makes all this work, for us to be able to give you the discounts and to give you our guarantee, we have to run your factoring through the what? The factoring companies that we are contracted with. Why? And some of you probably already got this in your head. They pay us a percentage of the factory. Okay? We make no bones about that. We are as transparent as we can be. Because transparency is the best policy. Because obviously, if we are doing all this discounting and dispatching you for the entire week for only $250, and if we're able to guarantee you a minimum rate per mile, and if we don't pay you $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight, money has to be coming from somewhere other than that $250 a week or that $1,000 per month, right? We have to have supplemental income or supplemental revenue coming in from somewhere else. And that supplemental revenue is coming in from the 2 factoring companies that we are contracted with. One is Triumph International. one of the biggest names in the business. The other one is UC Factors. Both those companies are factoring for all of our owner-operators. We get you sign up with them when you sign up with us. So you don't have to worry about where your money's coming from. You don't have to worry about how fast you're gonna get your money, because both those companies have quick pay and overnight pay and all these other things. And you don't have to worry about being charged a lot of money for your factoring, because they are giving us the preferred rates. So there you have it. All right. Uncollectible Assurance USA will be held harmless. No penalty or deduction of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all proper licenses and permits to conduct business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operations. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Assurance USA and its representatives will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. Assurance USA agrees to maintain accounts with internet load board services and or direct shippers. In other words, when owner operators sign on with us, you don't have to pay for no more your own load boards. We have access to more than 100 load boards, and we're getting access to more and more load boards, the top load boards every single day. And that's paid for from our own budget. So we can actually save you money, Mr. Owner Operator, by relieving you of the responsibility of having to pay for your load boards. Most other dispatch firms have you to pay for the load board, and they're such load boards that you're paying for. Not us. Not us. We pay for the load boards. Okay? We're responsible for getting the loads in to match you with, keep you above that subpar rate. We take responsibility for that. That's our commitment. That's on us. Okay? For the purpose of load matching on behalf of the carrier, with Assurance USA branches and its representatives as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. The fee for dispatch service will be $1,000 monthly or $250 weekly. It's your choice. Some of you may want to just pay it at the end of the month, pay it at the end of the month. Some of you want to pay it every week, pay it every week, okay? Weekly or monthly auto pay will be payable to RBBS Assurance USA. Payments are to be conveniently billed via auto pay using any debit or credit card authorized for the use by the carrier. Processed by RBBS Assurance USA's merchant account processor, which is, by the way, the top merchant account in the industry, authorized.net. You can look it up. They are the top merchant account in the country. Security protocols all over the place. They have servers, their own dedicated servers. They have their own dedicated cloud service with major security. None of your information is captured or stored on our websites. When you call up and we do the onboarding process, that information is fed directly into authorized.net and their secure service. So you have to worry about compromising your information. Okay? Where were we? Payments are to be completing deals under the process by Assurance USA's account processing. Okay, here we go. All right. Processed by RBBS Assurance USA's merchant account, processing credit and or debit card account information will be securely collected during the validation quality assurance call. Please provide your SMS, cell phone, text number here so we can contact you. Your email address here so we can contact you. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days notice by written request. Upon cancellation, any unused funds remaining in the deposit account will be refunded to the carrier within 2 business days without penalty. Now, basically what that said is this. If somewhere along the way you decide, well, I'm getting out of the trucking business, or I just don't want to pay for dispatching anymore, or whatever it is, or I'm just having a bad day, whatever your reason is, it don't even matter. If you decide you want to end a relationship, just end a relationship. Now, if we haven't dispatched you in the freight off of that week when you in that, right? And you've already paid us for that week or for that month, guess what? We refund that money back to you. No problem, no fuss, no bother. Now, we've already dispatched you some loads, you don't get that money back. Okay? Because that's what our service is for, dispatching you freight. So it's very simple, very cut dry, very transparent. And if I might say, very fair. Okay? Okay. Signing below, I fully understand the terms of this agreement. You put your company name here, Mr. Owner Operator. You put your signature here, right? The authorized signature. You put your date here, you print your name here. Our Assurance USA branch or member specialist will put their signature here, they will date it here, and they will print it here. And that is the contract, okay? That's our dispatch agreement. All right. Where are we? All right. Now you'll also notice that you can do the same thing here right on the website. If you're doing it on the website itself, all you got to do when you get down here is type in your company name there, ABC Trucking. So, sign your signature here, like so. Date it here, like so. Record your time here. The time now is 12:03. Like so. And you print your full name here. Like so. As you can see, it's already signed by the CEO, myself. Dated, printed, it's already signed down there. And you can upload your documents here. Copy of your CDL, click that, pull up your files, you get just a simple picture of it, you got a picture of it, you can click on it and upload the picture. Bam, it's right there. Upload copy of proof of insurance, take a picture of it, upload it. We'll upload that party sign there, bam, like that, it's uploaded. And it's optional to upload a copy of your letter of authority. That's optional. You can take a picture of it, or you can, if you've got a scan on your computer or phone or whatever it's gonna be, you can upload it there as well. And bam, there it is. Put something in that's not sensitive. There we go. Upload it like so, and there it is right there. And you can leave us a message, whatever message you want to put. Looking forward to making big money. And then you hit submit, plain and simple. And that's how it works, okay? You can put your name, all that stuff up here, fill out all this information. When you get down here, you fill it out completely, sign it, date it, everything you need to do, everything can be done securely and conveniently on our website. Then we receive it. Member specialists will call you back to do your validation process and your onboarding process. They will collect your information and your payment type, and they will schedule it for a reoccurring weekly or monthly payment. Just that simple, no fuss, no bother. After that, they ask you, where are you located? Let's find you some freight. And the process begins. And you never have to worry about going below or cheap freight ever again. Because our commitment and our goal is to steer you away from cheap freight. Keep you above subpar. So you have sufficient money, sufficient revenue, sufficient take-home pay every single week. That's our goal. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, well, how can you promise us or guarantee us that we're going to have, that good paying freight? This next section that we're going to go over explains another part of the industry that I need to talk to you all about. Okay. The industry right now, and I've been working on this cheap freight problem for about 3 years. There's been a lot of people out there who've also worked on the problem, and there's been a lot of different solutions of how to tackle cheap freight. First of all, let's determine what is cheap freight and why the problem does exist. There's a lot of theories about why it exists. One of the main theories out there is the brokers are taking too much money. Okay? Now, if you really think about that, you know that's not true. Another theory out there is that the shippers, they just want to make way too much money. Well, everybody's got to make money, but that's not really true either. One of the solutions that's been bounced around, well, we need to get Congress and the laws passed to, to dictate, no more cheap freight or raise the rates, or, well, that ain't gonna never happen. Y'all know that's not gonna never happen because you got the most powerful lobbyists in the world on the side of who? The big major trucking companies and the shippers. So no congressman, no senator, no representative is gonna go against that type of power. It ain't gonna happen. Now, let's get down to the real reason why cheap freight exists. Cheap freight exists because there's a huge market for cheap freight. You may not be able to run it. No, owner operators can't afford to run cheap freight. Okay, I was able to run somewhat of cheap freight. I couldn't run the very low cheap freight. So there is someone is running that cheap freight. The question is, who is it? So herein lies why cheap freight exists, and herein lies the problem.
The large trucking companies.
Exactly, large trucking companies. Let's show you here. If we Google Swift, Swift Trucking. Anybody want to guess how many trucks Swift got? Swift Transportation is a Phoenix, Arizona-based American truckload motor shipping carrier, part of Knight with over 23,000 trucks. It is the largest common carrier in the United States. In 2017, Swift merged with Knight Transportation, also a Phoenix, effective September the 8th, 2017. Now, with 23,000 trucks, okay, you think they can run some cheap freight?
Oh, yeah.
And they can run all the cheap freight they want. Because with 23,000 trucks, all they have to profit, net profit, I'm talking about after they pay all their people, after they pay for the fuel, after they pay for the maintenance costs, after they pay for everything, all they have to profit per truck per week, not per truck per day, not per load, but per truck per week is just $50 per truck per week. That's all they have to net profit. That's all they have to net profit. And if they did that, times 23,000 trucks, right? Y'all see that right there?
Yes,
That's
sir.
$1,150,000 per week, right? Now, if you multiply that times 52 weeks in a year, Swift is making $59,800,000 on cheap freight. So you tell me, is cheap freight going anywhere? No. So the shippers know companies like Swift can run that freight, and Swift know they can run that freight and still make $59 million a year. In fact, any trucking company that has 1,000 trucks, can afford to do just $50 per week on each truck. That's $50,000 a week times 52 weeks. That's $2.6 million. And that's kind of like a medium range trucking company, right? How many companies out there that has 12,000 trucks, 6,000 trucks, 10,000 trucks, 5,000 trucks, 3,000 trucks? How many companies out there have that capacity? So let's think about it logically here. Does cheap freight exist because the brokers are taking too much money? No. Does cheap freight exist because the shippers are not paying enough? No. Cheap freight exists because money is being made on cheap freight. And it's the trucking companies, the company driving companies that have these company drivers, and these trucking companies have a minimum of 1,000 trucks. They are keeping cheap freight alive and strong. And it's gonna always be alive and strong, and it's never going anywhere. So if you think all this running up to Congress and writing these letters and lying up in front of the White House and blowing horns, you think that's gonna make a difference? You keep right on at it. They've been doing that for the last 25, 30 years, and they'll be doing that for the next 25, 30 years, and nothing will change. You're not going to change. Yeah, you can't change.
In addition, there's an agreement between JB Hunt, Walmart, and somebody else.
Okay, you're not going to, deter cheap freight, because nothing is going to interrupt the dynamics of the financial side of it. The financial side and the financial gain from cheap freight is always going to be the prevailing factor. And no amount of writing Congress, no amount of protesting, no amount of horn blowing, no amount of strikes is going to affect cheap freight. Because Swift ain't going to strike. JB Hunt ain't going to strike. Warner's not going to strike. Right? Covenant's not going to strike. All these companies, they're not going to strike. Mercer's not going to strike. Landstar's not going to strike. None of these places are going to strike. Because they're making money on cheap freight. So get used to it. Cheap freight is here to stay, and it's always going to be here because there is a huge market for it. Now, how do you solve cheap freight for the owner-operators? You have to find a way. You have to find a way to, first of all, compensate owner-operators if for some reason you have them on cheap freight. We have effectively done. Also have to find, and we've shown you that already. Have we not? Everybody, have we shown you that part already?
Yes.
So we've proven that part. We've shown you that part of how we do that. You also have to find a way to get an abundance of what? Good paying freight in-house to be available to match with the clientele in order to keep them at a good paying rate, keep them above subpar, right?
Correct.
Now the question is, how do you accomplish that? Before I get into that, let me show you all something, because we don't want nobody trying to do what we do. I'm gonna take you all to Assurance USA on Facebook. And this is for those people who think that we are just some fly-by-night company or whatever it may be, and we haven't done our due diligence. I'll take you to our Facebook page, and I'm gonna take you to an area that every legitimate or every real business, anybody who knows anything about business creation and creating a business, and they understand this fact right here. And the fact that I'm about to present to you all is the practice of trademarking and patent. Okay? Did y'all ever watch Shark Tank?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I watch Shark Tank, right? All right.
Yes, sir.
And when they come on the Shark Tank, bum, 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 this is the next up on Shark Tank. They come, they talk about what they're doing, Mr. Wonderful, I want y'all to get this, and that. And then when they get to making the pitch, what the first thing that comes out of the shark's mouth?
Is it patent?
Do you have a trademark or patent pen? And when they say, well, no, we don't, what do the sharks usually say?
See ya.
I'm out. All right. If you are creating any type of product, any type of service that is, original, and we all agree that this is original, no one is doing what we're doing. No one is doing what we are doing, okay? With the minimum rate per mile guarantee, how we back that up. With the national flat fee dispatcher, the terms that we use and things of that nature, our business model, it's all original, okay? And one of the first things that we did when I embarked on this was I hired a patent and a trademark attorney. Went ahead and invested in a patent and a trademark attorney. Presented to them what my proposal was. They did the research to see if anybody else was doing it. That's what a trademark attorney does. That's what a patent attorney does, to see if it can be trademarked or patent. They have to make sure that you are indeed an original. You are indeed the first and only one of its kind. Does everybody agree to that?
Yep.
All right. With that being said, I present to you our trademark and limited patent. Okay. Assurance USA and its imagery, business model, terms, language, perception, all of that is trademark. All of that is patent. Okay, we have a limited patent and we have a full trademark, which allows us to do what? Make money on our trademark or our patent. It also says that anyone else that wants to duplicate what we are doing, they have to come through our trademark and our patent. Now, you can do so without notifying us if you want to, but we're going to find out. And then we're going to sue you. Then we're going to present at the suit our trademark and patent, and the judge is going to say, hey, let's open the shut case. Pay up. Okay? And at that point, we're not going to want to negotiate with you on what we want. We're going to take what we want. That's business. That's what it means to trademark and patent. Is it not?
Yes. Yes.
We are a legal corporation in the state of Florida. There it is right there. There it is right there. Yes. Our mark statement, our literal, the element, our generated images, standard characters, mark, all of that. Business mark, everything is trademark and patent. Yes, 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 yes. Trademark and patent. So therefore, if you out there, any other brokerage firms or dispatch firms, you think you say, oh, I like this sharing all this, I can go and do the same thing. Not. You can try it. We'll sue you. And if you do so without coming through us first and negotiating with us on our trademark fee and our trademark usage fee, guess what? We're not going to want to negotiate with it if we got to take you to court. After that, we're just going to take what we want. Okay? So, you've been fair warned. Now, with that being said, let's get into this other part of what we do, which is part of our trademark and part of our patent. And when you all see it, you got to say to yourself, I know nobody else is doing that. Okay? All right. This other part that we're about to get into focuses on how we're able to get brokers and shippers to work with us and send us the loads that are paying the amounts of money that we need them to be paying in order to keep our clientele above subpar. So we can't just depend on load boards to do that. Does everybody agree to that, right? We already shown that there's not enough good paying freight out there on the load boards for us to do that, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. So we had to come up with a way to ensure that we will always keep enough loads in-house that we can match with our owner operators that keep our clientele above subpar. How do we do that? This is how. I'm gonna pull up a PDF here of our strategy of how we do just that. Let's pull up it. All right. All 48 branches within our corporation in all states, all member specialists, all of our member specialists, all of our branch owners, they are all required to contact shippers and brokers on a constant basis. We're always contacting shippers. We're always contacting brokers. We're always sending this out to them. We email this to them. We call them up, have them to put up, and we go over it with them. This is what we call negotiating without negotiating. Because here's the problem with the industry right now. In the industry right now, everybody is trying to count somebody else's money. Would y'all agree to that?
Yes.
My grandfather told me a long time ago, he said, boy, a grown man ain't got no business counting another grown man's money. I didn't know what he meant by that when I was young. But as I got older, it became very clear to me. If you're busy trying to count somebody else's money, you're losing your own. Right? And in business, in any type of business relationship,
Uh-oh.
Hello.
All right. We all pause. I think he might have had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, he probably got logged back in.
Just hold on, everyone. He'll be back.
It's like a commercial on a good show.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
For the comeback.
Or the cliffhanger that makes you tune in next week.
Everyone in the live is still live. Just hang in there. He will be back.
All right. We got a little bit of drama there, didn't we?
Welcome back.
The powers that be. Let me go and start my recording back over here. Make sure we're recording. All right, recording is still going. Let me start, make sure share my screen. Can you all still see my screen? We're sharing it now. All right, there we go. All right. All right, everybody. We're back. As you all can see, let me pull up my now. So we pull it up again. Let's see what we got here. Pull it up again so I can show y'all where we were at. All right. Are we back where we were now?
Yep.
All right, all right, all right. It almost looked like somebody didn't want me to put this out there, did it?
It most certainly did.
That's when you know you got a good thing.
You talking about some drama. Woo, what happened? To my boy Calvin. Oh, I'm still here. Don't want to take me out just yet. All right. All right. Let's put this out here again. As I was saying, you know, one of the biggest problems in the industry is everybody is trying to count somebody else's money. Okay. And if you're doing that, if you're trying to count another man's money, you're not keeping an eye on your own money. Right? Does everybody agree with that statement?
Yes.
Right. And in this industry, we see it all the time. You got the owner operator, you know, when they get a load from a broker, and even if the load is paying good, $5 per mile, $3 per mile, $6 per mile, whatever it be, invariably that owner operator goes back and says, well, I wonder how much the broker's making. Right? Right?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Who cares what the broker's making? If the shippers got it for that amount, I wonder how much more money they got left over. Why are you worried about somebody else's money? Okay? You should be worried about making sure that you're making enough money to make your business profit. Now, in any business relationship, you can search high, you can search low, you can go to convenience stores, you can go to Walmart, you can go to brokerage firms, you can go to real estate companies, you can go to car dealerships, you can go to builders, whatever it is you are doing a transaction with somebody for, there are what? 2, sometimes 3 parties, correct?
Yes.
Most times there's 3 parties. Even though you may only be dealing with the seller and you are the buyer, but there's a third party out there. That third party is who? The supplier, right? I'm about to give the trucking industry a lesson in business etiquette. And that seems to be something that has been lacking in the trucking industry for a very long time. You have a lot of people who get into this industry and they do not understand how to run a business. They do not understand the etiquette of a business relationship. There are 3 parties in every business relationship. There's a supplier, there's a seller, then there's a buyer. Always 3.
Always.
In order for that relationship to continue and it not just be a one-time thing, everybody has to eat. Everybody has to experience a profit margin. Everybody has to be satisfied. You can't just say, well, I'm going to satisfy myself by beating this guy out the highest amount of money I can get from him, because if you do that, you're not going to be able to deal with that guy again. Is that correct?
Shelf life is short.
That's right, right? So you got to find a way that everybody can be satisfied. Now, in the unique role of being a dispatch firm, the problem with dispatch firms is not that most people, well, they're illegal. No, they're not illegal. Dispatch firms are very legal if they are properly licensed within their state. like we are. We are a corporation listed on the state of Florida's, website. Want to check that? I'll pull it up for you. Okay, so that you can see that. You go to what's called here in Florida, all businesses are registered under Sunbiz Florida. All businesses are registered under Sunbiz Florida. Okay, if you want to search, anybody can pull up our records. You want to search on the records, you go in and you're going to do a search by name. Division of Corporations. Right there, search by name, and you're going to put in Assurance USA. And you're going to hit search, and there we are, right there. Assurance USA Incorporated. How do you know this is us? Because when you click on it, you see my old name there. Calvin Butler. I'm the CEO. There's all of our information. Active. You can go and pull up our registered agent's name, Rocket Lawyer Corporate Armed Services. Their office is right there. You can even pull up our what? Our documents, articles of incorporations, the date that was filed. It's all right here. So, yes, we are a legal, operating dispatch firm in the state of Florida. Okay, and that's what it takes to be legal as a dispatch firm. Because dispatch firms, you're not required to have any type of authority. You're not required to have a bond or insurance. You're required to be legal in all your municipalities, city and county and state. If you are not legal in your municipalities, city, county, and state, then you are not a legal dispatch firm. If you do not have a IRS issue EIN number, you are not a legal dispatch firm. If your legal entity is not registered with your state, when we say legal entity, we mean your incorporation, your LLC, your sole proprietorship, right? One of those, if it's not legally registered with your state, then you are not a legal dispatch firm. We, in turn, are a legal dispatch firm. Now, let's get back to this problem of grown people counting other grown people's money and the business etiquette. Currently, right now, when dispatch firms or owner operators, they go to brokers, they go to shippers, the way they approach them is that the best you can do, right? We got a load, and the first thing out of your mouth is that the best you can do. That's how they negotiate, right? Right?
Right.
Either is that the best you can do, or or do you have any more money you can add to that, or can you bring it up another dollar, or can I get more money from you? That's what it boils down to, right?
Yes.
And on the surface, it would seem like that is the logical thing to say, or the logical way to approach them. Right?
Right.
Well, let me show you how we approach them. We don't go and ask them for more money. We ask them to make more money. Woo! Now that's a slap in the face, ain't it? The hell is that boy talking about? That's what they're saying right now. What the hell is he talking about? Y'all asking the brokers and the shippers to make more money? Have you lost your mind, boy? Y'all can hear it right now, can't you? Probably got people all over Facebook typing in that. Them damn fools done lost their mind. Asking the shippers and the brokers to make more money. Let me show you how we do that and how it works in our favor. Because in order to keep your line of supplies open, you got to make your supplier happy as well as your client. You got to make your buyer happy as well as the seller. Everybody involved in that process has to eat from the same table, or in this case, the same load or the same product. Right?
Right.
Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, here is what we do. At Assurance USA, and this is presented on a daily basis. We send these out to brokers, shippers, we call them up, we talk with them, we pull it up, we go over with them, and by far, every broker that I've spoken to, every shipper that I have spoken to, they love this approach. Okay? At Assurance USA, we want you to make more money on your freight. That's how we start off. That's our first thing out of our mouth when we call up a broker or when we call up a shipper. Hi, my name is Calvin Butler. I'm a freight management specialist with the largest network of independent dispatch firms in the country, RBBS Assurance USA, with a branch office in 48 states. We manage the largest network of owner operators in the United States, primarily drive-in, flatbed, and refrigerated units. And we will welcome the opportunity to transport your freight while allowing you to keep more of your money and increase your profit margin. We are America's trucking industry's first and only provider of a national flat fee dispatching service, featuring a minimum rate per mile guarantee designed to enhance owner operators' bottom line. Our network of owner operators, now I started off by saying drive-in, but we're going to include all of them. Our network of owner operators have agreed to the following terms of the RBBS Assurance USA's dispatch agreement. All freight dispatched by Assurance USA will reflect a minimum weekly average per mile. In this case, drive-in is $2 per mile or greater. Or Assurance USA will pay an additional $1 per mile on the lowest paying freight dispatched to them by us, regardless of the miles. For flatbed, $2.50 per mile or greater, and refrigerated, $3 per mile or greater. This presents an opportunity to form a business relationship that allows you to increase your profits on your existing freight and Assurance USA to satisfactorily fulfill the terms of and meet the low pricing needs of our large owner operator client base. Now, let's stop there for a minute. Why is this so important? Because we have to make sure that everybody is eating from the same load. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
And by taking ourselves out of that greed factor, by taking ourselves out from getting a percentage of the load fee, this is what allows us to be able to present this in this way and allow the shippers and the brokers to make more profit and allow our clientele to stay above subpar. Because we have removed our concern for the other person making money. We are no longer getting a percentage of that load fee. We have removed ourselves from that equation. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Any other dispatch firm doing that?
Nope.
That's why this is a trademarkable concept. This is why this is a patentable concept. This is why we have a trademark. This is why we have a patent. Because nobody is going to a shipper, Mr. Shipper, I want you to make more money. Nobody is going to a broker. Mr. Broker, I'm not calling to ask you for more money. I'm calling to ask you to make more money. Nobody doing that, right?
Right.
You can search high, you can search low, you can search all over the United States. In the corners, in the cracks, underneath the covers, up above the headboards, you ain't gonna find nobody doing this kind of crazy stuff, right? Right?
Right.
We're the only ones crazy enough to even think of something like this, right?
Right.
Yeah, because y'all know I'm crazy. You know, I got our haters out there to tell you all the time, but that Calvin, he don't know what he's doing. Crazy like a fox, though. Okay? Because in doing so, by removing ourselves from that greed factor, from removing ourselves from a percentage of that load fee, we are able to make this type of offer that can satisfy everyone else who is involved. And with satisfying everyone else who is involved, we are satisfying ourselves by our owner operators continuing to pay us that low monthly fee on dispatch. We got a call, y'all. This is Calvin with Assurance USA and the RBBS District Center. How can I help you?
49 course. And I tried to log in, but it wouldn't because there is a member has to await approval.
Okay. How long ago did you sign up?
That was like a couple days ago.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably. When did you send over your request to join the bank office?
I can't remember when I sent in the request. I had an email saying, orientations, congratulations, welcome to the dispatch network.
So sometime after that, you send in your request, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It will be approved. We just been really busy. Everybody's been working on the assurance USA, you know, our national launch. In fact, you're calling right in the middle of our launch party on Facebook. And as soon as we finish with this today, I will personally go in and find it, and I will approve your back office access, okay?
Okay, thank you, Calvin. I appreciate it.
No problem. Look forward to seeing you in training on Monday.
All right, so we'll be online on Monday, right?
All right. Bye. All right. That was another one of our new members who have just joined us, because obviously they like what we're doing. All right. So where are we? Okay. We've removed ourselves from that equation, which allows us to make this fair for everyone. Okay. Now, in this process, it says here, we will also, it will also allow us to transport a large portion of your subpar price freight or cheap freight, as it is referred to in the industry. Now, how the hell does that work? Right? Remember I told you all, our goal is to keep our owner operators, you know, above subpar, keep them at an average per week, right? Right?
Right.
So that's basically what owner operators want. They don't want to, you know, have a week where they're, you know, down the dump. They want to keep their weekly average, the weekly income, you know, at a good range. Okay? And that's what we promise to do for our owner operators. We're either going to do it very high, or we're going to do it somewhere in the middle, but we're never going to go below what we promised them. That's what our guarantee is. And by doing that, we can actually probably, for every 2 good paying loads we get, right, we can afford to run one what? Subpar load, because it's going to average out. Let me show y'all the example here. If they're sending us, if we've got them sending us, let's say on the flatbed, let's go to flatbed, all right? Well, now let's stick with dry van, but that's the lowest paying freight out there. So if we've got them sending us loads on dry van freight that's above $2.25, $2.25, $3, $4, whatever, and I'm gonna show y'all how it's to their advantage, to the shippers and the brokers' advantage for supplying us with loads like that. It is definitely to their advantage, and I'm gonna show you how. But let's say they're sending us loads that's paying above $2.25. Let's say they're sending us loads $2.25, $2.35, $2.45, $2.55, $3, $3.25. So let's say we match an owner operator with a load that's paying $2.58. And then we match them with a load later on that week that's paying $2.98. And then we're matching them with the load, they may be in an area that's short on loads or whatever the case may be. And the best load that we can find for them is $1.49. That's pretty low, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's considered a cheap freight load, right?
Very much so.
So for every 2 good loads, we're running, we can afford to have our own operator run 1 cheap freight load and still keep them above their subpar rate. Here's why. Because when you add all those together, it comes out to that. Then when you divide them by those 3 loads, it comes out to that. And for a dry van, that's well above subpar. Thus, we have fulfilled our commitment to our owner operator and keeping them above subpar. And at the same time, we are fulfilling our commitment to the brokers and the shippers by allowing them to make a decent profit as well. We are satisfying all 3 parties that transaction. Supplier, the seller, and the buyer. That's called business etiquette. Every business practices it. Every business has to adhere to it to keep the business going. If you start just satisfying one out of that party, the other two are going to suffer. No matter how you do it. If the shipper and the broker is greatly benefiting, the owner-operator is suffering. If the owner-operator is benefiting, the shipper and the broker is suffering. You understand what I'm saying? No matter how you do it, if you're only satisfying one in that party, someone is going to lose out. And no one within that party can afford to exit the game, because once one of them do, there is no game. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
The attitude in the business right now is what's killing the business. It literally is. It's killing the business. I want the highest paying fare. I don't care what the broker's making. Broker don't need to make no money. The shipper don't need to make no money. Come on, of course they need to make money. How they gonna stay in business? How are you gonna get your loads if you ain't getting them from the shipper and the broker? Where you gonna get your supplies from? Come on, be realistic. You know, take your emotions out of it and realize that everybody has to eat from the same table. The trick is finding a way that everybody can eat and be full. And as an independent dispatch firm, the only way for us to do that was to remove ourselves from the greed factor. Remove ourselves from our piece of that load. And by removing ourselves, then we can have the owner-operator, our client, pay a very, 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 very low dispatching rate, a flat fee dispatching. Now, there's somebody smart out there that's asking, well, how y'all making money? Y'all know they're asking that, right? Our branch owners, will you all make money?
Yes.
No, will you? Will you make money?
Yes.
Yes.
If you're bringing in 10 owner operators a month as a branch, will you make money?
Yes.
Of course.
After 2 years, will you be somewhere in the neighborhood of over $2 million per month?
Yes.
I would say
Yes,
so.
sir.
Our member specialists, or will you make money?
Oh, yes.
If you're bringing in 10 owner operators per month, after 2 years, would you be somewhere close to about $500,000, $600,000 per month?
Absolutely.
Now, y'all, I know somebody will show me, because you ain't privy to that. If you want to see it, you know, contact us and inquire about becoming a branch owner or becoming a member specialist, and we'll be glad to show you. We've already shown you several times before. I just don't have enough time left on my clock to show you all of that. Hey, this is a 3-hour premiere party, a 3-hour launch party, and we're coming up on our last, 15, 20 minutes. We got started a little late, but, you know, we're here. All right? But look, we are making money. We are gonna make money. The problem is, or the trick is, or the great thing is, we don't have to charge our owner-operators a lot of money to make money. We don't. Because we're paying our people just like we get paid. We're not paying them by the hour. We're not paying them, you know, some little rinky-dink, you know, salary or anything like that. No, we're paying them in compounded and residual income, the same way that we get paid. Everything is predicated on a 25% profit share off the board, from the branch owners to the member specialists. Everybody's getting a share of the profit. They're being paid just like we are being paid. And when you do that, woo, we have a happy camp. Because you're allowing everybody to get paid what they are worth. At the same time, we are able to save owner operators tons of money on their dispatching service. If you're an owner operator or a lease owner operator, if you want to know more about what we do and know how this all works, simply go to simply go to nocheapfreight.com. Okay. Simply go to nocheapfreight.com. And you can pull up our website. If you're going to nocheapfreight.com, let me pull it up here. Nocheapfreight.com, that will take you over to Assurance USA. Or you can put in assuranceusa.net. Once there, you can fill out you can do one or two things. You can fill out a form to have a member specialist contact you, and we will call you back promptly and go over the entire program with you if that's what you want. If you have specific questions, we will contact you and we will go over your specific questions. If you want to call us direct, you can call us at 800-381-8720. Okay, you hit extension 1 or extension 0, you'll reach me personally. Our branch owners, all the branches extensions will be added by Monday. So if you're wanting to speak to a branch in your state, all the branch extensions will be here. I'm in a drop down for you all to pull up and be able to contact your branch in your state directly. Okay. Another thing you can do, you can go right over to the dispatch agreement. If you review this and you like this and this is something that you want to do, if you want us to be your dispatch firm, go ahead and complete the dispatch agreement online. Got a call.
Call for extension 0.
This is Cal with Assurance USA. You're currently broadcasting live on our launch party, so how can I help you? Sure.
I like the stone, man. Salute, man. To you and your team, everybody who's a whole part of your movement. I can just imagine $1 million endeavor for you guys. I just waited to see this unfolding. My first question, we lost my authority here first week of August in the state of Utah, Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Where I got my start. England, NCR England. I became a top trainer. I was a top 10%. Yeah. So, the first question is, can I start out with one truck, power only, or is that not allowed?
You can start out with one truck, 2 trucks, 20 trucks, 100 trucks. It doesn't matter. Okay. We welcome all owner operators and lease operators to our program. We are here to make sure that you get the kind of money you deserve. And of course, you have our minimum rate per mile guarantee to back that up.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to specify it's power only because I'm not going to get in trouble probably until a few weeks after.
Right. We actually have a contract with JB Hutt to run their power only lanes. So we should have plenty of power only freight available for you to grab hold of.
Huh? I don't know. Did you?
That's great, man. My second question, I just got like 2 or 3 more. What about fuel cards?
No, we don't do fuel cards.
Hold on. Currently, we don't provide those as a dispatch firm. Now, we do have in the works to get our own authority and have our own assets. In other words, you'll be able to sign your authority on with ours and run under the Assurance USA brand. Now, once that happens, you will have all, the full accessories of fuel cards, benefits package, the whole 9 yards.
Okay. So until then, I could just reach out to one of the providers directly.
Exactly, because right now we are strictly a dispatch firm, but we have plans for in the next, say, 6 months to get our own authority, our own trucking authority, and be able to sign carriers on to our authority and start our own, asset division.
Nice. The dispatchers, are they available 24/7, 365, or only Monday to Friday, something like that?
Pretty much so.
You need a load book?
You're able to reach someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, during the off hours, kind of the off-peak hours, you're probably going to reach one of our answering services. But normally, the dispatchers themselves are usually available between 6 a.m. and 6 or 7 p.m. We have a entire division of salaried load management specialists who are going to be managing your loads and matching you all up. They are part-time employees, and they will be working from 6 a.m. up until 12 noon. But after that, you're able to reach someone within the branch up until about 6 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon. And after that, you'll have an answering service that will pick up and will relay messages to us. And if it's something that's urgent, that's relayed us over to us, like someone's had an accident or needs something that is an emergency, it will be relayed to one of us, and we will contact
Yeah, I was wondering about that because in case of these breakdowns.
Yeah.
I do a lot of driving at night.
There will be an emergency extension, and someone is always manning that extension.
Okay. Is your company, is this privately held?
Yes, it is.
You book this load.
Oh, we need to.
Yeah, this company is privately held. For the time being, we are not publicly offering, on the stock exchange or anything like that. We are building to that. That, of course, is the end goal to get to the point where we are public. But right now, we are a privately held firm. We raised our own funds. All of our budget that we have raised have come from our trademark license fees and our trademark usage fees. So we are completely privately held and secured with our own funding.
Before I discovered you, I had intended to do a dispatch service because I already had my MC I ran last year. I had to go now, so I'm starting over. But in order for my family to participate in this industry, the opportunities, I want to get them involved. So, how do I go about that?
If you want to participate under our trademark, two things got to happen. You have to be a member of our National Dispatchers Network. First of all, you do not make this opportunity available to the general public. We want people who are currently being trained the way we want them to be trained, so that we keep everybody on the same page. If you want to enroll within our National Dispatchers Network, you simply go to mydispatcher.org. Okay, that's mydispatcher.org. From there, on the very first page, you'll scroll down and right underneath that, you see where it says to enroll. Click here. Now we have a special right now that we're running on the enrollment because of the current national crisis that we are experiencing. We are allowing everyone to enroll under the veterans plan, where it says we train veterans. So that's going to give you your deepest discount. We have removed all restrictions and all requirements to produce to produce a DD 214 or a veterans ID. Okay, so we removed those restrictions, so you'll be able to click on that and you'll be able to join up under the veterans plan. That gives you $100 off the regular enrollment of $349.95 and breaks it down to $249.95. Your monthly subscription fee is $10 less than it would be from the $39.95. It breaks it down to $29.95 per month. So your monthly subscription starts 30 days after you enroll. Once you are enrolled into our platform, then you will have access to the different opportunities that we offer to our members within our platform. Once you're in our platform, then you will be able to either to invest in your own branch by entering into a trademark license agreement and a trademark usage fee, monthly usage fee agreement. Or you can participate simply as a member specialist without entering into a trademark agreement. As a member specialist, you will be working under the branch of a particular state. And all of our branches and member specialists, you are all allowed to have what's called satellite virtual offices from home. this new normal has changed the way business is structured. There's a lot of businesses who are getting away from the regular brick and mortar, and we plan on leading that charge. We're doing a lot of things within our business structure, within our corporation, that are gonna be, trendsetters for this new normal.
Cool. I'll get in touch with you more about that, and I'll be in touch with you about signing up as a carrier.
Well, we definitely look forward to servicing you and your carriers.
Is there a deposit up front, out of pocket, for me to join the insurance?
No, when you come in as a dispatch, as a company that is being dispatched by us, our member specialist will take the information. They will put all of your financial information, your credit card information, all your debit card information into our merchant account, and they will set it up on a reoccurring basis. Within about a week after you sign up and you're ready for us to start dispatching you'll be charged your first week. You can set it up weekly, or you can set it up monthly, $250 a week or $1,000 per month.
Okay. And with the factoring, does the factoring offer cash advances?
Yeah, I mean, the two factoring companies, they run the gamut on the resources that they offer. They're the top two factoring companies in the industry. Both of them have quick pay, they have advanced pay, they have all these different options. Now, depending on if you use those options, they charge you a little bit more, on your factoring, of course, but they have all of those options.
Okay. All right, great.
Okay.
What you guys are doing, man?
Well, we appreciate your support, and like I said, we look forward to servicing your needs.
All right, thank you. My company's called Option.
I will look for it. Thanks so much for your call. Bye-bye. All right. That's a pretty good positive first call. What y'all think?
Yeah.
All right. You all can expect more calls like that, especially once this is processed on, from YouTube and it's been put out in various places. Because right now we're sharing on about 50 plus different groups within Facebook. But later on this week, we'll be sharing in well over 1,000 different media formats. On top of, we're starting our hiring process through Indeed next week on our salary employees. And we are also hiring member specialists to come in, and you all are paid 15% commission of what the branch is making if you're not part of our platform. If you're part of our existing network, if you become a member within our network, you are paid 25%. So if you are a network member, you get a 25% commission as a member specialist. If you are not a network member, you get a 15% commission as a member specialist. And all of our commission structure is both residual and compounded. Okay, it's residual and compounded, which means whatever you're doing for this month carries over into the next month. So no matter what you're doing, if you're adding 3 owner operators, 5, 6, 10, 20 owner operators per month, whatever you're adding per month, your income is going up every single month. You don't have to do the same thing just to keep the same thing going. If you do the same thing every month, your income grows by that amount every month. It compounds. Okay? So it's very easily to see how you can reach, great heights in your monthly residual revenue by being paid on a compounded and residual compensation plan. All right. That gentleman is from the state of Utah. I have to check to see who has a branch in Utah, and we will assign that accordingly to the Utah branch. So there you have it. That's Assurance USA. I'm sure. Did we finish going over how? No, let's finish going over the. Here we go. Now, as we were mentioning, This presents an opportunity to form a business relationship that allows you to increase your profits on your existing freight and Assurance USA to satisfactorily fulfill the terms of and meet the low pricing needs of our large owner-operator client base. It will also allow us to transfer a large portion of your subpar price freight or cheap freight, as it is referred to in the industry. Basically what we're saying is this: for every 2 loads that we get from the shipper and the broker that are above subpar, we could effectively afford to run 1 load that is below subpar. So we are truly satisfying the needs of both the owner operator and keeping them above subpar, averaged out for the week, so they make decent good money. And we are satisfying the needs of the broker to move not just their good paying freight, but we're also allowing them the opportunity to increase their profits on the freight that they already have. Now, for any brokers out there, let me show you all something. Okay, let me show you all something. Okay, dry van freight you currently have priced at $2.25 per mile. Simply reprice it to fit within our client's acceptable minimum average rate. Example: a dry van freight priced at $2.50 per mile, reprice it between $2.25 and $2.45 per mile, and increase your profit margins. Do the same with your flatbed price between $2.60 per mile and your refrigerated priced above $3.25 per mile. Well, priced above $2.60 per mile, priced above $3.25 per mile. Look, we're not concerned with your profit margins. In fact, we want you to experience higher margins of profit when transacting business with Assurance, with RBS Assurance USA. In doing so, we are guaranteeing a long and mutually profitable business relationship. Okay, now, to give y'all an example of how this works with the brokers and the shippers, if there's any brokers or shippers out there, basically what we are doing, we are basically setting the rules to our own game. Okay? We know that our owner operators want to stay above a certain amount of money. So we allow you to make more money on the freight that you already have by fitting your freight within the parameters that our owner operators are looking for. We're not trying to hurt your pockets. We want to help your pockets. Because by helping you to make more money, we are helping our owner operators to make more money across the board. By not allowing them to ever go below subpar. That is the real name of the game from this standpoint. So our job is to make sure that everybody is eating from the same plate and they're getting full from the same plate. Okay, that's all we're doing. And because we were the first to do it, the first to come up with a concrete, legitimate, and solid plan to make it happen, we were able to get that trademark and patent. So in this approach, here is how we help brokers and shippers to make more money while at the same time securing good paying freight for our owner operators. If a broker currently has, let's say, a load out there that, let's say he's got a dry van load out there that he has priced at $3.90 per mile. Okay? We're not saying to the broker, well, your load that's priced at $1.95 per mile, we want you to bump that up. That's not what we're saying. We're saying take the freight that you already have, that you already priced out. You're already willing to pay this much on this much on this freight, right? So if you have an abundance of loads that's priced at for a dry van at $3.90, $3.60, $3.70, $2.80, $2.90, $2.75, whatever the case may be, we price it back down to fit within our acceptable rates to keep our owner operators above their subpar. Price it down somewhere between that $2.50 and that $3 per mile or that $3.40 per mile. If you got a $3.90 load, right? If you want to make an extra 50 cents per mile on it, price it right down to what? Anybody? 340, right?
Yep.
That still is way above what? The dry van subpar, right?
Right.
So that allows us to get enough loads in to keep our owner operators way above subpar on dry van freight. At the same time, it allows the broker to make an extra 50 cents per mile on his freight, on his margin. And the same thing for the shipper. If we're approaching the shipper directly, same thing. For freight that you're willing to pay this on, if you're above our, we price it down, make yourself a little bit extra money, just keep us at an area so we can offer our owner operators more money than they're used to being paid, or more money that's being paid out there on the average right now. Keep our owner operators above subpar. That's all we're doing. We're creating an atmosphere of where everyone gets to eat at the same table. And everyone gets full. No one leaves the table hungry. No one leaves the table not satisfied, because we've taken away the greed factor. But the greed factor only serves to do what? Put the restaurant out of business. No restaurant, no food. No food, don't nobody eat, right? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Look, for those of you out there who are looking at us and saying, man, this is just too good. We understand that. We understand that this is new. We understand that this is different, right? But in order to make something happen positive, we got to do something different than what we're already doing. Because the industry right now is basically killing itself. It really is. And in order for us to save the industry and keep industry going and keep everybody happy, we have to come up with a way to allow everybody to make a profit, to allow everybody to walk away from the table full and not in need. And that's all we're doing. So if you're an owner operator, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is for all owner operators, because it's not. Some of you out there are doing great. You've been fortunate enough to have a good operation to where you're finding great freight consistently. You're set up on your dedicated runs or whatever it is to be. And that's great. More power to you. God bless you. We are all behind you. I hope you continue in your success. But there's a lot of owner operators out there who are not doing great. A lot of owner operators that are struggling. Like I say, the guy called me up. He has 47 refrigerated trucks. He is struggling to keep his trucks around $2.40 per mile. And in this case, we're able to offer them a very, very upgraded break point. I'm going to read out some of the questions. Someone says, I'm in Ohio. There is no branch owner. Who did I get with? If you're in a state that does not have a branch owner, corporate is going to be running the branches in the states that doesn't have a branch owner as of yet. Within the first 90 days, if that state does not have a branch owner, corporate is going to promote someone within our organization to be that branch's administrator or that branch director. Okay. Someone else asked, how do I get shipper not to see the rates? How do you get shipper not? Huh? A shipper knows what their rates are. If you're going to a shipper, what do you mean, how do you get a shipper not to see the rates? A shipper is the person who you're ultimately getting your freight from. So the shipper is gonna know their rate. The shipper pretty much dictates what the rate is. Right? Does everybody agree to that? Does everybody know that?
Right. Not set. S-E-T. Set.
Oh, not to set. Oh yeah. How do you get shipper not to set the rates? I think we just went over that. Did we not?
I don't know.
How do you get a shipper not to set the rates? Okay.
Oh.
If you're saying that that how do you operate? If you're operating as an Assurance USA member specialist or Assurance USA branch, okay, we would not be getting loads in that a shipper and a broker has already set the rates for our criteria. That's the whole point of what we're doing. We want them to send us the rates that are above the subpar rates that we need for our carriers. Okay? We are not in the practice of, we're not in the same business as everyone else is, or we're not doing business like everyone else is. That's why we're trademarked, that's why we have a patent, because we're not doing business like everybody else. So this is not your standard way of doing business within the industry, okay? We don't go to shippers and say, well, what's your best rates? No, that's not what we do. We don't go to shippers and say, well, send me over your highest pay rate. No, that's not what we do. We contact the shippers and we show them what we do and how we're structured and what our parameters are. And then we say to them, any freight that you have that you can fit within our structure, send that over to us. Now, what we're saying to them without outright saying it, which we are in our presentation, is that if you have freight that is for reefer that is at $7 per mile that you're willing to part with for $7 per mile, if you want to make more money on that and price it down to $6 per mile, we have owner operators who are reefers who will gladly run that. So that keeps them above where? Way above where? Their subpar rate, right?
Yep.
That's what we're saying. That's all we're saying. Keep us supplied with freight that we can match, not look for. We don't have to look for freight. We just want to be able to match freight to our owner operators that fit within their criteria or the criteria that they have agreed upon. Does everybody see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And in doing that, we're able to keep everybody satisfied. We're able to keep everybody happy. We're able to keep everybody fed and everybody making decent, good money. Let's check the sites here real quick. I know we got bounced off. I know I got bounced off there for a while. It wasn't that long. We checked some of the what we got on. I appreciate that gentleman's call. And we're probably going to get a lot more responses like that, over the week, especially after we launch all this. I think this was the gentleman that just called right here. I think this is him that just called. It sounds familiar. All right, someone says, yeah, I think this is one that just called. Relaunching my authority in Utah, first week of August. Can we start out one power unit? Yeah, we've already gone this. What about fuel cars, dispatch? So this is the gentleman that just placed the call, and we appreciate him reaching out to us and giving us that call. Again, if you have questions about what we're doing, about Assurance USA, how it works, and things of that nature, give us a call. Now's the best time to call and ask us questions. 1-800-381-8720. We'll answer your call here live, and we'll respond to it live. Now, for those of you who've had questions about what type of operation are we running, okay? We've had some inquiries from people saying, well, is this insurance? No, it's not insurance. How do we know? Because we've already checked. One of our, in fact, our chief operations officer, our COO, is a member of the insurance industry. And the reason why I chose him for the chief operations officer for this and other reasons, he understands the insurance industry. He has ran his own insurance company. He's been involved in insurance for quite some time, and he knows how to keep us out of hot water with the insurance company. So he was one of the he was the primary factor for us making our changes within our platform from its original company, but its original the features and how we had it booked out. So he made some he looked at it, made some recommendations, and told us, well, we need to change this, we need to change this, we need to take this out, we need to take this out, we need to take out these terms and these phrases in order to keep us out of the range or the spectrum of the insurance industry and not infringing upon any of the insurance laws, rules, or regulations. We also reached out to the Department of the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. Thank you. The Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. And we asked them to take a look at what we were doing, and they made some suggestions to us and some changes that we needed to make in order to keep us out of trouble with, being considered insurance or even even looking like we are doing some type of insurance. So from those two professionals within that industry and that organization within that industry, we was able to take their recommendations and we were able to draft our most recent and current business model, which keeps us out of, that realm, because that's not what we're doing. We are a dispatch firm. We are strictly a dispatch firm that offers a flat fee dispatcher rate, and we offer a guarantee, a rate per mile guarantee, a number rate per mile guarantee. That's what we do. Okay. All right. Let's hear from some of our people, some of our branch owners, some of our member specialists, and everything. Let's hear from them and how they feel about it. I'm going to open this back up to our members and everything. So, what do y'all think about what we are about to embark on what we have embarked on what we are embarking on?
I'm ready.
I know you're ready.
We all ready, but I've been dealing with this and doing a dispatching thing for a couple of years now, and I actually walked away from it. And I was actually part of the platform, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I got involved with it, Carl, when I found the National Dispatch platform on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
I joined in and everything. But then, the industry took a hit overall. And wasn't nobody really making money. And I was like, man, okay, it's not doing nothing for me. And I walked away from it. And one day, randomly, I got an email from the National RBVS, and they started talking about this program here. And at first, when I seen it, I was like, nah, I'm not interested in that. But then something said, go back and read it. And I went back, and I'm glad I didn't delete the email. I went back and started looking at it, read through everything. And I'm like, man, why the hell nobody made this up 2 years ago? The industry needed this a couple of years ago. And when I read it and I actually looked into it, it was like, okay, now this will be worth my time. Now we have something that we can actually work with operators, owner operators, to help with the way the industry's been over the last couple of years. So I know it's going to be good. If I didn't really believe in it, I honestly wouldn't be doing it and wouldn't want to be a part of it. But I know what the potential it has. And like I said, I definitely wish this would have came up a year ago or 2 years ago.
Hey, look, I wish I had the foresight and I wish I had gone through the vetting process. I actually started my quest on trying to solve cheap freight problem about 3 years ago. And I went through several drafts of it. I went through several things, and the numbers didn't work out. The logistics of it just didn't work out. And then when when this epiphany came to me, and I can't take all the credit for this coming to me, because a lot of this that I came up with came from, like you said, a lot of you all's dissatisfaction with the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with you all within our network, sharing things on the roadblocks you all were running into, the difficulties you all were having with some of the owner operators, and the things that owner operators were saying about not getting enough money and doing this and doing that, not being able to to keep their trucks running at above subpar rate. So the feedback that I was getting from you all within the network is what spurred my thought process in coming up with this solution. I can't take all the credit, okay? Because, like I said, I had been trying to figure this out for the last 3 years. And when I started this network and started getting the feedback from you all and the different scenarios that you all were going through and different problems that you all were facing, it led to the thought process that uncovered, you know, this solution. So you all are as much responsible for the birth of this as I am. So, you know, all of you all should really just take a bow and, you know, pat yourself on the back. Because if you all would constantly give me all this feedback, you know, I don't think I would have come up with this the way that we have in the time frame that we have. So when I hear someone like yourself who's been in the industry a very long time, who has faced problems with dispatching and brokering and just the industry in general, and for you to take a look at this and say, hey, this works. This is worth my attention. That says a lot. In fact, we haven't had too many. In fact, since we relaunched our new direction, we haven't had anybody really to call us up or approach us and say that ain't gonna work. Now, we've had some people that have challenged us on whether or not this is insurance or dispatching, but we've dispelled that challenge. We've already taken the steps to ensure that we are not an insurance provider. So that was really the only, you know, that's the only challenge that we've ever faced, and we've handled that pretty convincing. So, you know, it's just a matter of just moving forward and making this happen for the owner operators out there. What I'm going to be doing the rest of this weekend, I've got some of you all, I still got to get your logins to the merchant account done, okay? Some of you all, I've got to get your toll-free extensions and your domain email addresses done. I'm also going to put a broker and shipper onboarding page on here so that shippers and brokers can come on and onboard and start sending us their load list every morning. So we would have loads to match up with, so we have more loads to match up with our owner operators, so we won't be dependent on load boards as much. I really don't want to be dependent on load boards at all. So we're going to try and make it very simple for our people to be able to match loads by having an influx of loads already in-house that we can just simply match to our owner operators. Now, one of the goals that we do here, when an owner operator first signs on with us, we're going to work with the person that signed them on for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. In that 2 to 3 week period of time, that member specialist, your member specialist, is going to attempt to get you set up on a dedicated runs, either a what we call sub-dedicated or truly dedicated runs. And the way we do that is we try to find short runs because we want you all to have some type of life. We want our owner operators to have a life outside of trucking, but we also want you to make great money. So the first thing that our member specialists are gonna do with you all is have a conversation with you all about where you are, what type of money you want to make, what area you like to run in, and then they're going to devise a plan that is going to help you if you need to get down to an area that has an abundance of freight. They're going to devise a plan that's going to help take you to an area that has an abundance of freight. Therefore, they can put you on like a tri-state run or a run within the same state where you're running 3 short loads and you're triangling back to your starting point every evening. And the goal is to run you on 3 short loads and then turn those 3 runs into dedicated runs all week long. So you're running the same loads 5 days a week, home or back in your same spot every night, off every weekend, and earning somewhere between, $1,200 a day and $2,000 a day. Okay, that's the first goal of the member specialists, or what they're going to try and get you set up on as owner operators. Because the more of you that we get set up on those type of runs, the less of you we have to worry about dispatching day in and day out. It'll just be, and all you got to do is just pay your monthly dispatch fee, and you keep your money. Everybody see how that would be to everyone's advantage. Now, everyone's advantage. So we're gonna try and get you locked into those type of sub-dedicated runs. The next thing that is gonna happen is once we get you situated. Now, all of you are not gonna be able to fit within the sub-dedicated run. Some of you don't want to do sub-dedicated runs. Some of you don't want to leave your area. You may be in an area that doesn't have a whole bunch of freight, but you're willing to go out and then come back, or whatever the case may be. So for those, the goal is to get you into a normal running pattern and matching you up with good paying freight. And then after about the first 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be turned over to our load management agents. Those are salaried employees that pay a combination of commission and by the hour. And it is going to equal out for them somewhere in the neighborhood of $12 to $14 per hour. And they're going to be working from 6 a.m. until 12 p.m. Their job is to match up freight to our existing owner-operator network and match the good paying freight to those owner-operators and keep them above subpar. Okay, that's all their job is. It's going to be, load matching. Okay, so they're going to be handling that. Every owner-operator that signs up with us is going to be entered into our CNTMS system so that we can keep track of them, keep track of their loads, keep track of when they pick up a load, when they drop a load, keep track of, what their progress is, how many loads they ran that week, how much money they made, if we need to curtail or do some things to help increase their money from week to week to week, things of that nature. And so we have a good system in place with our CNTMS system where we're going to keep track of all your loads, and just show y'all what that looks like. This is our CNTMS. You all will be classified under a branch of the branch that you're under. We're in the process right now of assigning the branches in a CNTMS. We've gotten most of our people signed up in it. I've got to get some of you all. I'm still getting signed up, but you all are going to be able to come in here and all of our shippers and stuff, they're going to be listed in here as well. We are also going to have an auto haulers division. That division is going to be headed up by Mr. Darren Stevens. Mr. Damian or Darren Stevens is the head of the auto haul division. Now, Mr. Stevens is very good at what he does. He's very good at what he does. Came in and, about a year ago, and started out doing the auto hauling. He followed our instructions. He followed our strategies and stuff. And he got up to the point where he was doing as much as Darren. Are you on here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for you. So how much had you gotten up to on a weekly revenue basis doing the auto hauling?
I was at around 10,000 until the pandemic. Everything slows down. It started pick up a little bit at the moment.
Okay, so at one point you was around 10,000 per week. Darren.
Yes.
Around 10,000 per week.
Yeah, around 10,000 per week.
So that's what he was doing on auto haul dispatch. Kind of tells you that he's pretty good at what he does. Okay, so he was our obvious choice to head up that division. So he is going to be our auto haulers division. I'm going to be getting with him in the weeks coming to develop a plan of action for that under the Assurance USA and everything. And he's going to be looking to bring on some people that who are going to want to work in his division. So and it's going to be left up to him to screen them and who he wants, because it's his division. All right, he's the one that's got to work with him. So don't come to me and say, "Hey, I want to be in auto haul division." Yeah, it's going to be up to Darren. Okay, we'll take your information and take your resumes and take your stuff and you'll all be routed to him. And I'm pretty sure he'll have a vetting process where he'll go in and do it and do interviews with you and talk with you and stuff and see if you're right for that division. Okay. I'm excited. I am excited. We are doing something that is completely new to the industry. Okay. Completely new to the industry. I know a lot of people are out on their 4th of July weekends or whatever the case may be, but when we're done here today, this is going to reload on YouTube, and it's going to be out all over the place. It's going to be on Twitter. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on LinkedIn. All of our members, branch owners, and member specialists are going to be sharing this on a constant basis, right? They're going to be sharing this, and our goal this week is to bring on our first group of owner operators and get them going, get them out on loads, get them making great money. So, owner operators, remember the website, AssuranceUSA.net or NoCheapFreight.com. In case y'all want to know, since we started this broadcast, we've had 41 references that have gone to our website and submitted information. So I'm going to be sending some stuff out to you all this weekend to follow up on these calls these visits to our website. But man, I think I can show it to you on here. I think I can pull it up and show it to you. Wix. I think I can show it to you on here. I'm not sure I can show it to you because once I respond, because I have to respond to them. Where's the Wix? Insurance USA. What we've gotten. I think I can show it to you on here. Marketing, finance, settings, customer management. Let's see if I can pull it up by, it only goes by 7 days. But about 41 of these right here, these visits, out of this 242 visits that have come in the last 7 days, 47 of them came since we've been on this broadcast. So we've had quite a bit of visitors on here in the last, last 2 to 3 hours. I was trying to see if I can pull them up from just today. The number of hits we had from Facebook, which is where we're primarily broadcasting on, is 70. We've had 70 hits from Facebook. Okay, so since we've been on this broadcast, we've had 70 clicks. Now some of those are repeated clicks. It's 41 unique, so that means some of them have been clicking through, different pages on the Assurance USA site. So we are generating a buzz. Okay, we are generating a buzz. I like this kind of area here because it tells us about which type of device. 114 of those people that came in on a mobile device, their phone, something of that nature. So what does that indicate? If you got that many that came in on the phone, what would that indicate? That would be an indication of what?
That they get in touch with us on the fly.
Well, yeah, which means they're probably what? Owner operators.
Yep.
Because they're out and about, right? 126 came from a desktop, which means someone was sitting at home somewhere. Unless they have a desktop computer in their truck, which that might be the case. But most likely, we do know that the majority of that 114 probably came from owner-operators out and about. You know, they're either watching us or, you know, listening to us or whatever the case may be, and they're clicking on to see what it's about. So having these types of, you know, resources to track and things like that, it's going to prove to be very, very vital to us. If you look at our visitors and our messages, these are all the visitors that have gone on this one. Oh, show more. Here we go. These are visitors 20 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, hour. So these are like within the, just recently on this particular site. And then messages that we have a couple of form submissions right now, but someone has submitted a form, which means they're asking for information. I'll be vetting this and sending this out to the branch of wherever this person is from. This person is Eric, has 6 trucks. Eric has 6 trucks, and we got his email address, so we're gonna send him some stuff. Flat and dry van, and run only in Southern California. So we're gonna reach back out to him and get him signed up. Our California person is coming to you. Huh?
No, that's not me.
No, our California person, this is coming to you, so get ready for it. We've got plenty of other stuff in here too, where people have sent stuff in.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got plenty of other stuff that people have sent stuff in. Here's a guy from Utah. We got all types of messages and stuff down here that we're going to be sending out to our different branches and stuff for you all to follow up on these people and things of that nature. As you can see here, we've had plenty of visits. You know, you see over here, it just keeps rolling. So we've had plenty of visits that we can, you know, kind of refer to and stuff and go back. I mean, in the last few weeks, we've had so many visitors that we got to respond to. You know, we got a lot that we've got to reach back out to, and a good portion of these we're gonna, you know, these are gonna become our, you know, our clientele. We're gonna convert them into clientele. All right, so that's what we are. Assurance USA. You know, this has been our launch party, and we spent the last 3 hours and what with you all, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all got a lot from it. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all can see this new way of doing business is going to be beneficial to the industry. Okay, I've got a lot more work to do today. Just had another visitor onto the site. Yep. Someone just typed in, also wondering, can I only use the broker quick pay? I got another lead capture just came in as we're sitting here talking. As we're sitting here talking, another lead capture just came in from Terrence Jones. No, that's one we just looked at. Another lead capture just came in. Lowe's info. So we're starting to get some leads in, and they're coming in. Check the messages on this. That's an email. Check the inbox. Check the inbox. So yeah, here it is. This is from the website. When they fill out these lead forms, this is where it comes. Lead capture in chat. Terrence Jones, there's his email address. Relaunching my authority. Also wondering, can I use a broker quick pay, or do I have to use the factoring pay on delivery? The factoring company has quick pay. In case you're listening, Mr. Terrence Jones, all those are factored through the factoring companies that we have that we're on the contract with, and those factoring companies have quick pay. Brokers don't really have quick pay. All quick pay comes from the factoring companies. Okay, in case y'all are wondering, your money does not come from a broker. Your money does not come from the shipper. If you had to wait for your money to come from a shipper, you'd be waiting up to 120 days. If you had to wait for your money to come from a broker, you might not get paid. Okay, a lot of instances, brokers factor their loads. Okay, I don't know a broker out there that does not factor their loads. Okay, and quick pay is offered through the factoring company. So it's not really the broker that's paying that has a quick pay program. It is the factoring company that has these programs, the quick pay and things like this. Why? Because they have the money. Okay, that's what factoring is. They are paying you in advance and then collecting their money from the shipper later on, up to 120 days. Factoring companies wait up to 120 days sometimes to get the money from the shipper. But they are basically advancing you that money 2 days, a day, 24 hours, 50%, paid up front. There are all different types of, products that they have. So all money comes from the factoring company. Okay, so when you're talking about quick pay and all that type of stuff, that is provided by the factoring company. All right, and these are the types of questions that we're going to be getting in from time to time that you all are going to be responding to, member specialists and branch owners. So it's going to be exciting. I know I'm loving it. I know you all are. I know we're going to make a lot of owner operators happy. I know we're going to put a lot of people back on track into earning decent money. With that being said, I thank you all. This has been our launch party. This is not a training session. This has been our launch party. And I thank each and every last one of you all. I still have some work to do getting our member specialists and our branch owners and stuff situated, and getting you all your account set up with the merchant account. I got to get some of you all set up with that. Some of you all got to get added to the Ascend TMS, and some of you all got to get you your toll-free extensions and what's cause. I'm also going to be contacting all of the branch owners to verify their wire transfers. We've gotten pretty much all the wire transfers in. I want to thank you all, because you all are the ones who's responsible for our budget, our branding, our advertising budget, and our hiring budget for placing our ads and stuff, and our hiring budget. So you all are pretty much responsible for our budget that we are operating on right now, and it is very substantial. So thank you all again. Can't thank you all enough, and we're gonna put that to good use in driving traffic, creating the branding stuff that we need to create to drive traffic to you all and to take care of what we need to take care of within the next 90 days. Because as we said, you all have 90 days from the time you from now. Our launch date is now. So starting from Monday morning, your 90-day clock starts before you have to make a payment to your trademark usage fee. So you have 90 days to get acclimated, get as many owner operators signed up in your branch as possible, stack your paper, and get off to a great start. And I'm looking forward to everyone getting off to a great start. I'm looking forward to servicing a lot of owner operators, as I know you all are too. So let's make it happen. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you to all the Facebook groups that had us on today. We had some challenges. We had some challenges. Thank you, Victor. Victor says hats off to you, Calvin, and everyone involved with Assurance USA. Ron says, how do I get shippers? Oh, yeah, we already talked about that, Ohio. But thank you all. Thank you to all of the Facebook groups that had us on today. Let's see if we can recognize some of them and go over some of them who's had us on today. I know of, I think all of these right here. Hold on, look at my Facebook page. And then we probably have some more too, because our members shared us out too over different groups and stuff today. So let's see here. some of the groups that we were on today were, come on, all right. Freight brokers, dispatchers / freight brokers and truckers, millionaires in the making in Tallahassee, millionaires and billionaire minds, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Who wants to be a freight broker group? Owner-op business managers, the truck stop, owner-operators jobs, Trucker Nation, Mighty Truckers, the Load Board site, Everything Trucking, Billionaires Club, Trucking Freight Loads Rate Logistics, Billionaire Thinking, the Truck Stop, Everything Freight, the Social Media Load Board, SBTS partnerships among freight brokers and dispatchers, Truckers Professionals, Freight Brokers Network Group, Freight Brokers and Truckers, Owner Operators and Truck Drivers, the Disrespected Trucker, the Truck Dispatch Lounge, All Truckers United, the Real World, Truckers of Past, Present, and Future, United Truckers of America, All Truckers United, Black Truckers United, Freight Industry Network Group, Truckers Saving America, Billionaires Mindset, another Billionaires Mindset, Freight Broker Instructors and Trainers, and that's it. Those are the groups that I know of that we were on today, as well as our own, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and things of that nature. So, so we were on a lot of places today, and I think we reached a lot of people. Let me check some of my notifications real quick to see if we've had any questions before we leave here. These are some of the places that they posted. You know, Darren posted on the RBBS. Owner-op business manager posted on Trucker Society. Who wants to be a independent dispatcher? You know, great work, guys, for sharing this out and getting this out to a lot of people. Throughout this week, we're going to have quite a few comments coming back in. Y'all can kind of count on that. Most of them are going to be positive and good. Don't be surprised if you get a couple of haters. We might get that too, but we're gonna try and turn those into teachable moments. Do not get into any type of back and forth with them. Let's try to turn it into a teachable moment, and maybe you can help them discover something new. And that's always gonna be our goal, to help them discover something new all the time. So it's been a great outing. We got a lot of information out there today. Do y'all agree? Do y'all think we covered the gist of who we are, what we're offering, and how it benefits everybody involved? Truckers, the owner-operators, lease operators, shippers, and brokers.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Then we've accomplished our goal. Now it's time for us to go to work.
I'm ready. I appreciate your time. It's been awesome.
Hey, I appreciate all of you all. God knows I do. I appreciate each and every last one of you all. You all put up with me from week in to week out. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, nights. This week we've been going all week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've been going all week this week. It's been an all-out push, and I appreciate y'all coming in every night, doing the training, getting ready for this launch. I appreciate y'all coming in the weeks before, every Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, every Saturday. This has not been something that we just threw together. We have been building for this for about the last 6 months. So for those out there who are thinking, well, where did this come from? Well, it's been brewing. We've been working on this for a while. And I'm proud to say we got it together. We're bringing it to you. And let's make this happen for everybody involved. Let's make some positive moves within the trucking industry. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the groups for allowing us to come to Facebook via your groups today. Thank you for the people who tried to block us. Thank you for the people who are supporting us. Thank you for the calls that we got in from the owner operators. Yeah. Thank you for the calls we got in from the owner operators. Thank you, everybody. I will be talking to some of you all later on today and throughout this weekend. The rest of you all, I will see you all Monday night back here at 7 p.m. for our regular scheduled training. Everybody have a great, great, great weekend. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy Independence Day.
Happy
Happy 4th of July. Everybody have a great weekend. Can't wait to talk to you all on Monday.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.